Good morning, Hank. Good morning, Deb.
Good morning. It's a rainy morning. Oh, well, hi. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Okay, I'm trying to get caught up here. Okay. How are you?
I'm good. It's a little rainy here, but I'm good. I don't want that to come up.
Good morning, everybody. By the time I was coming online to set up everything, my computer decided it wanted to restart.
I think we've been live the whole time.
Do what?
I think we've been live the whole time.
Okay.
Good morning.
Good morning, Todd.
Good morning.
Good morning, Todd. How are you?
I'm all right. I'm all right.
You all right?
All right.
You doing good?
I'm all right.
How about you, Tom? Are you doing good?
Yeah, I'm doing good. I just got a notice on my screen that said that Hangouts is going away, and to try doing a YouTube live streaming or something like that, and then it disappeared all of a sudden. So I guess somebody mentioned that Hangouts was going away, and I hadn't seen anything about it. Well, now I have. So anyway,
I think that was for mobile. If you have less than like 1,000 subscribers, you can't do a live mobile. But I think you can still do a regular Hangout.
I don't know. I'll check it out.
There ain't no
Sherry. Hope everybody's doing good this morning.
Oh my! It's like
good morning, the truth.
Everybody's doing morning shows, I guess. Keep getting notifications.
Good morning, JoJo. That's Johanna's new name, JoJo. I don't think they're going to get. I think it's just changing a format. I doubt they'll do away with Hangouts. Hey, Chick Picker.
Valerie.
What? You on your way to bed? You thought you'd pop in because you and Valerie have been up all night, boot scooting, boogieing, and everything else. Because I know Todd, Gwen, they go down to the crap kicking cafe and boot scoot and boogie.
The crap kicking.
Hey, Maggie. You can come in if you want to. You got the link. You got the link? Is that a song?
No, it's You Got the Look.
Got the look.
Sorry.
Who is that by? And Prince.
I don't know.
Blink when you walk away. Blink when you run. Never come.
Okay. We'll let it pass this time, Maggie. Yeah, I can see Todd line dancing. How about their boot scooting and whatever the other ones they do. Good morning, South Texas Picker.
Pete.
I'm having problems talking this morning. I started to say South Texas pepper. And I guess that was because earlier this morning I was listening to one of the people I subscribed to, and he was doing some kind of damn hot ass pepper challenge, you know?
You watch some weird things, Tom.
Well, he's from Texas. Sherry, do you have any idea why they removed a listing because of knives?
Knives. I sell knives all the time. What are you talking about? Knives.
Sherry Mick. She said that eBay removed one of her listings for some vintage steak knives.
What?
Gotta be a keyword or something you're using.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some little.
They are dangerous weapons.
They are very sharp and can poke someone's eye out.
That's right.
You'll put your eye out.
Gonna shoot your eye out. I love that movie.
George Carlin with all this.
Yeah.
He always said something about poking an eye out.
Yeah. But a Christmas Story. You're gonna shoot your eye out.
Gonna shoot your eye out.
I love that movie. And when TBS starts running at 24 hours, that's the only time our TV stays on cable TV. Because it just sits there and plays over and over and over again. So if I walk through the room, I know exactly what's going on. I've got, since we talk about eBay pulling stuff, let me show you a coffee cup I got.
What you got?
He's getting his cup.
It is a Gettysburg, Battles of Gettysburg coffee mug.
Oh, nice.
And it's got, of course, it's got the U.S. flag here.
Mm-hmm.
Here. And then it's got the Confederate flag here.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know whether they'll flag that because the Confederate flag is on there or not. I'm hoping not, because it's not really, it's about the battle. It's not just a big cup with a Confederate flag on it.
Well, don't mention the Confederate flag.
I'm just putting a Battle of Gettysburg commemorative coffee mug.
I've always wanted to go there. Gettysburg.
We are going next week.
Oh, are you? That's cool.
Part of our little excursion.
3,100 Union soldiers were killed, and 2,600 Confederate soldiers were killed.
Really?
Anyway, I'm gonna put it up.
I would have thought there'd been more Confederates killed than.
Well, that's because them Southern boys were tough. You know, they've been working in the fields and all that kind of stuff. They were having to shoot possums to have dinner, you know.
I guess not like us pansy Yankees.
That's right. And my family didn't come till after the Civil War, so
I had a few ancestors in the Civil War.
well, I say the Hooks family came after the Civil War. My mother's side of the family, there was some officers in the Confederate side.
Yeah, my mom's side too.
God, Hank is just wound up tight this morning.
Yeah, I don't have the chat.
Awesome dinner, ladies and gentlemen. We have now reached the food portion of the show. She's been mean to me this morning, and I was trying to help her figure out a problem yesterday. But anyhow, how's everybody's sales been? Todd, you've been selling your usual $40,000 worth of stuff a day?
Yesterday picked up a little bit, but no, it's been bad. It hasn't been bad. It's just when you have a month like I did in April, you expect every month to be like that.
Right. Well, I guess it's. I was talking to a buddy of mine that's in retail. He's a store manager, and he said their sales have been off. And he says he just thinks it's because everybody's on vacation. Because there's no traffic going into town. I mean, I took Vanya up to the hospital this morning, and it took about. You really need to go lay down somewhere this morning. My nerves can't take it. But anyway, it took about 15 minutes to get to the hospital, and normally it takes me 25 or 30. There was just no traffic. You know, my chair was free.
It's definitely slowed down.
Yep.
And stuff like, even stuff that is summertime oriented for me it's not even moving all that fast. I've got some baseball bats, I've got some golf clubs, I've got some fielder's gloves, I've got sunscreen, I've got tanning lotions. And it's selling. It's just, I mean, it's summertime. I thought all that stuff would be gone. Maybe I'm just trying to squeeze the last nickel out of it or something. I don't know.
It's I think it's just everybody's going on breaks. I mean holidays.
Yeah.
Good morning, Lothar. I want to call him Lex. Lex Lothar. Oh, have mercy.
My best sale yesterday was, these are two little Game Boy games called Kirby.
Uh-huh.
Kirby.
Yeah, there's a Kirby and a Kirby Does Dallas or something.
Oh.
Okay, you know how to put that over the adult section probably.
Those two little bitty Game Boy games sold for $45.
Yeah, Kirby's a vintage game. There's a lot of gamers out there that collect the vintage games.
Well, it's a Game Boy, so it's not all that old, is it?
Yeah, Game Boy is not new. I mean, they have. I used to have a couple different ones.
There was like
handheld Game Boys. I had like the first generation, and then they came out with that
DS, or was it the 3D?
No, there was the one.
There was the one that flipped open like a telephone that had the screen in the top. You know, it was a little
Yeah,
square
it
box.
was a SP, a Game Boy
Maybe I don't remember.
SP.
And then they came out with the long one that flipped open.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I can't keep up with them, you know. And the chips for the one that was long and it flipped open, they would run the chips from the previous one.
Yeah, so did the square one that flipped open.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to have both of those. I had one in black and one in like the bluish purple. And this was when I lived down in Florida with my ex-boyfriend, and he had a friend of his come over with their kids, and after that we couldn't find them. We think that they took them.
They probably did.
Yeah.
Hey, do y'all know, is it legal to sell those airsoft guns with the orange tips on them?
If they have the orange tips.
Okay, because there's a sporting goods auction ending today. And they got a bunch of those.
But you know, you could research that, Todd.
Well, and don't be that clown that sits there and says, "Just Google it." Okay, Tom?
I was being sarcastic. That's all I was being.
Well, I saw them listed on eBay, but I just wanted to double check with you experts. Pardon me for
being a noob. I'm not an expert.
For having to ask. Tom's being a bud.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never sold anything like that.
You could put your eye out with them. Okay, the jerk with the grill just sent me a message. Let's see what he's got to say.
Oh, yeah.
I sent him another snide message. I'm just raking this guy over the coals. Shouldn't sell something you don't have.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Is that when I want it now.
Well, you know, the guy, he's got the option of going down to his local hardware store and buying a grill and sending it to me. I'm not stuck on that particular brand he's selling, but his last message, no, I'll update you once all this has been processed.
He's just like blatantly ignoring what you're saying.
Yeah. My last message, I suggested you could go to Home Depot, Lowe's, or Ace Hardware and purchase a comparable item and send it to me. But he didn't even acknowledge that.
And you've signed all of them sincerely, so you're being sincere.
Yeah. He's just not going to give in, which I guess it's fine, but I'm going to keep raking him over the coals until I get my grill. And it had better work perfectly.
He's going to be disappointed when you do a return. He ought to be glad that you've not just canceled it. I don't know why you haven't canceled it. Because it's already late, isn't it?
I want to give him a hard time. I'm like a dog with a bone over this.
Todd. Life's too short to put it, dude.
No, it's not. This is fun.
Todd has just got to cause commotion this morning.
No, that's not fair to all the other sellers who are good sellers on eBay for somebody to sell something they don't have.
Good morning, your friendly otaku. How are you?
So, anyway, yeah, I've made it my personal mission to give this.
Todd, get off my lawn.
Yep.
When was it supposed to be there?
Well, it was gonna be like about a 1 week delivery anyway, which I agreed to when I bought it. But now he's telling me it's going to be a week to 3 weeks before he even ships it.
Wow.
So
Good morning, DJ Mike TV. Todd.
Yep.
True 72 said, well, I'd better do inventory before I sell something I don't have. Don't need Todd on my ass. You know, some of these guys that are selling stuff, you know, you can buy something for 99 cents with free shipping from China. But it'll take you a month to get it here.
Yep. The guy may get tired of me and just cancel my order and take his hit from eBay. After it's all done and I've got my grill, he's going to take a hit anyway because I'm calling eBay and ranting on his ass. No, Joanna, this is my mission now.
He's gonna make somebody's life hell for at least another week.
Yeah.
Like back before I retired, I work for a land surveying company, and you know you have to be outside to do land surveying. And we had about 2 weeks of rain. And the realtor called to order the survey like the day before they were going to do the closing. So it was it rained. We could not get out and get it done. And she called every day. And finally somebody else, she called, she said, well, I got somebody else to do it because they said they could go out and get it done now. And I flat out told her, because, you know, I don't hold my tongue, that we're not tearing up a $10,000 piece of equipment over a $250 land survey. Because our guy could slip because it's raining and wet, tear up the equipment and get hurt. So I was glad that she called somebody else. So I was taking it off the listing. I was canceling the order. And I did. And I wrote in the file, this is what the realtor said. And I put it over in our closed out file. Well, the other surveyor called and said, you know, what's going on? Why did she take it from y'all? And I said, because I'm not going out. I'm not sending our crew out in the rain. Somebody will get hurt. Somebody will tear up a piece of equipment. It's not worth it. And he said, well, I better call her back. because I'm not going until it quit. Because I mean, it was like just every day. It was pouring, not just sprinkling.
Yeah.
She said, He said, I'm going to call her back and let her know that we're not going out there unless it's it gets down to a sprinkle. Because we have gone out there because we had something we had to get done, and it was a light mist or something like that, and stand over, somebody hold an umbrella over the equipment to keep it from getting wet. And then she called and said, well, I need you to go ahead and put it back on schedule because the other surveyor said he couldn't get it done any sooner either. And I had to tell her, I said, I hope you didn't cancel it at the other place because you've already lost your slot. Somebody else has already moved up. And she had some words to say about that. You just
So
have
did
to
you
try.
finally do
In
the?
business, you have to do the best you can do.
Did you finally do the work for her?
Yeah. The realtor, the broker in charge, called the owner of the company, and they had been doing work together for years. Said, "Is there any way you can get this done?" And he said, "Not until the rain slows down." And so I pulled their file out, and the sun came out. Just long, and it was like the next day. The sun came out, and my brother and I and a guy that worked for the company that lived down the street, we stopped by and picked him up, and we ran and did it while the sun was out. And as soon as we got finished, it started pouring down rain again. So somebody must have had it in with the Lord, because I'm serious. It was like clouds cleared up. It was blue. We ran and did it, and the clouds moved back, and it started pouring again. Good morning, Renbella. Hey, Tara.
Hey, grumpy old man club.
I am. I've been like this all my life. How's things going with you?
Alrighty. Nothing very exciting, but it's okay.
Tara.
Are you working on packing? Are you working on packing, or are you working on trying to make
I
some
got
money?
a bunch of shipments I got to ship out this morning, so I have to actually do eBay work this morning.
The boys still down in Kentucky?
They should have left this morning. I'm way back up here.
Have you missed them?
I don't know. I've been working so hard. I haven't thought about it. I mean, I tell you the truth, I've been doing so much stuff this weekend that I've been going to bed at 8:30 at night. I'm just beat. It is nice because I get to sleep in the middle of the bed though, so that's cool. The dogs won't like it when Jim comes back, because I got that black lab. He's on one side and on the other side. Anyway, but
Gonna lose his spot.
yeah.
Good morning, Anamora. I didn't see you come in. I'm sorry. I hope everybody in the chat's having a good day. So when are you going to be sending them back down to Kentucky with another load?
I gotta see if I can find 3 more bales of round bales. They're not baling up here yet, and they got kind of a hay shortage, and I'm a little bit short on hay.
Right.
Because when I'm gone, because the horses stay outside, the person I have to take care of them don't handle them. I like to just put 2, 3 round bales out when I'm gone, so I know that they have plenty of hay out there. So I gotta see if I can find some hay. Then we're gonna load Jim's box truck up, and then I want to take those 3 horses down. So
Right.
as soon as I get all that arranged, yeah, I'll be leaving with them. So I'm gonna take those 3 horses.
Those are the 3 horses that belong to your friend.
Yeah. Yeah, I gotta get them out of here. And then I'll probably be down there for a week or 7 days or something. And I'm gonna help Jim string the fence up. And then it'll be pretty quick. I'll be out of here.
Yeah, because you get kicked out pretty quick, don't you?
Well, I have till the end of July.
Uh,
But you don't have to get everything out. You can put stuff over on your other piece of land,
Yeah,
right?
anything that can stay outside, I'm gonna like when Jim comes back. I'm like, when you come back, we have that pole barn we rented. There's some stuff in there that can just go sit outside. I mean, he's got like 3 motorcycles over there. They could just go get parked outside. We'll be back for them shortly. There's a lawn tractor in there, can go outside. There's a couple outboard motors over there. They can just go outside. So I think we're gonna work on just taking some of that outside stuff out. And there ain't really much left in there. It's kind of disheveled because stuff's spread around. But I mean, some of it is like boxes that are packed up from when Jim's parents moved out of Eagle River. They had this rummage sale. And of course, we ended up with all the dredges of the stuff that didn't sell. I'm going to get rid of all that crap. I ain't moving with it. It's just stupid stuff like that. So,
Right.
But I can blow through that pretty fast.
Well, it sounds like now you've still got. You're going to have to make an extra trip down there just because you got to come back and get the other truck, right?
Yep, come back and get the other truck. I'll have to come back and get my Ford. I got a whole bunch of stuff I got to come back and get.
Well, I mean, at some point you have to go down there and then just leave like the box truck and come back with or leave your.
Yeah, we'll probably, after we're like out of the house pretty much, probably I'm just going to park my Expedition on my piece of land. And then one trip I'll come up with the horse trailer and the dually. We'll load up the horse trailer with stuff because we can ride all of us can ride together in the dually because the box truck only has 2 seats.
Okay.
And then put Jim in the Expedition and he could pull that last boat down or something and with the Expedition and get that down there.
So are the major oil companies sending you gifts now for all the gasoline y'all have burned up between?
Probably.
Jim should have bought stock in whoever y'all buy your fuel from.
Yeah, I don't know.
So how many packages you got going out today, Tara?
I don't know, like 25, I think.
Wow, that's good.
Watch, if you love me, you'd go get me a cup of coffee.
I mean, it's good that you can still do business and get this move going all at the same time.
Well, this weekend I didn't really list, but last week I did sit down at night and do a lot of listing because I had gone to that estate sale and stuff, so I got most of that stuff listed. I got a little bit to finish up, but I am trying to I want to keep money coming in too, because I can tell you this: you start taking 13 loads to Kentucky and buying a piece of real estate, you're going to burn through the money.
Yep.
Anyway, you start doing something like that, like buy a house and then buy a box truck and stuff, and then start paying gas to take shit down there. That will really eat up money fast. So I'm trying to keep it coming in.
Yeah.
When you buy a house, the price of the house isn't all you pay.
Yeah.
There's taxes to figure out. There's hookup.
Well, I didn't have to worry about taxes this year because I bought the house so late in the year, the seller just paid for the year's taxes. So he's paid what year is it this year? 19. So he paid the 18 property taxes. They didn't prorate it. He just paid it. We bought it so late in the year. Property taxes are incredibly cheap down there, honestly, too.
Yeah, but there's probably a charge to hook up your electricity. There's probably a charge to hook up your internet. There's probably a charge.
I have to get the internet hooked up yet, yeah. I don't remember if there was a charge to switch. I don't think there was a charge to switch the electric over in my name.
Okay. There's a charge to file the paperwork with the county for your new property.
I don't remember having to do that either. I can tell you this now, because Jim did real estate up here in Wisconsin for 25 years, 22 years, whatever it was.
Yep.
When we did that, we went down, did the closing on that house. He's like, oh my God. Because like when we do a closing statement up here in Wisconsin, I mean, it's like 10 pages of documents. You know what I mean? Where stuff you have to sign on several pages and initial and all this crap. Down there, it was one piece of paper or two, and it looked like, you know, like one of those facsimiles, like they run off on one of those what do you call that machine with the crank that you turn that
A
makes
mimeograph?
copies? Yeah, the old time, not even like it looked like that because it wasn't even quite centered on the piece of paper. And then, you know, it's like, wow, these boys do it a lot different down here than we had to do it up in Wisconsin. So
Have you started looking into internet?
well, I only have one choice, so yeah. When I know exactly what date I'm going to be down there, when I take those horses down, because I'll be down there for a week, I'm gonna make an appointment to have that company come in and bring in the internet. What the hell is that company called? It's not Windstream. I forgot what it's called. It's the only choice I have. There ain't no other company down there.
We got a monopoly company for internet too.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think if I was in the city, I could get Frontier, but this is real rural where I'm at.
Yeah, your only other choice would be like that satellite HughesNet or whatever it is.
Yeah, which I'm gonna try this first. I mean, I don't really. I
Yeah.
forgot what the. It is Windstream. Yeah, they got these stupid signs on all the roads, so I think it's Windstream.
Xfinity?
No, that's in
Viasat?
town. No, that's in
That's
town.
that's satellite. Mediacom, Spectrum, AT&T.
No. No, it has a weird little name. Because when I saw the sign, I'm like, is that a real internet company or is this some kind of fake internet company? So anyway, I think they send a gerbil out on a wheel for your internet or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that's gotta be good.
What's the big city near you?
Campbellsville.
Must not be too big. I haven't heard of that either.
Hell, that's not even listed out here.
Oh, it's got like, I don't know, well, big compared to where I live now. I mean, I think the city has like, I don't know, 18 or 20,000 people. The city I live in now has like 1,000.
Yeah.
Now, that's the one nice thing. Actually, for being as rural as I am, I got really good internet where I am in Wisconsin, but we'll see what happens. The guy across the street says they offer something they call high-speed internet, so I guess I'm going to try it out because it sounds better because it says high-speed in it. So,
Well, check their upload and download speed.
yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'll be able to do like live hangouts like this anymore, but we'll see.
Oh yeah, it doesn't take a lot just to be in one. What my problem with the slow upload speed is just it takes like 8 hours for a 10-minute video of mine to upload.
Oh, wow.
Oh, God.
How the hell can you have that bad internet in Texas? I mean, ain't there a whole bunch of people there and stuff?
Yeah, we're just far enough off of the main thoroughfare is Interstate 35. It goes from Oklahoma
Well, don't
City
worry,
to
Todd.
San Antonio.
Don't worry, Todd, because Trump is bringing internet to the rural areas. So don't you worry about that.
Yay.
You know, these damn cable companies are missing the boat. If I was
I don't have cable TV at my house in Kentucky. See, I
well,
could get.
the cable TV people are the ones that usually are handling the internet
Yeah.
service. So I kind of use the two interchangeably. Um, if I had influence with what like Spectrum, we would be running lines all over these damn rural areas because my brother has to have satellite where he lived at, and I mean, because that's where it's at. Cable is going to be gone. I mean, cable TV is on its way out. Nobody watches it very much anymore. Everybody watches it unless they're old. They watch.
Yeah, but like here, because we have Frontier or Verizon. I don't know. I think Frontier. Anyway, that's how they hook you into the cable TV because they try to give you a package deal, where you take cable, phone, and internet all in one package deal,
Hi, Fishing and Picking. I didn't see you come in. Hello, Mike. Good morning. The crazy card. You crazy old card, you. Well, you should be having well, you got him putting down fence posts. You don't want him interrupted. So I say you should have the old man checking on it for you while he's down there. But
well, we only have one choice though. That's it. It's either satellite internet or it's this company. So yeah, we're gonna try this company.
Because you'll have to find something. Because if you're doing satellite eBay, you're going to have to find something like a Mr. Lister.
I believe from what I get from the neighbors, I mean, it sounds like this internet. I'll be able to do eBay fine. My thing will be, and probably be able to upload videos to YouTube.
Right.
They'll just be slow. It might be doing stuff like this, like Hangouts, or like Brandon playing PS4.
Right.
It might, you probably affect that stuff. Which I guess if that's the worst thing, I mean, we'll just figure it out. Honestly, Brandon took his PS4 to Kentucky like in April, so he hasn't even played it. So, and I don't think he played it when he was down there today, and he could, or this week he could, because they have their regular games. You don't have to be online, or they have like those VR games because we bought him that VR headset crap.
Right.
I don't think he was busy helping Jim with fence posts. Jim's like, yeah, he's getting ready for football. He's carrying these big wood. They were heavy corner posts that are treated. And he goes, yeah, Brandon carry one and I'd carry one. I'm like, I didn't think he could carry one, honestly.
Well, you know what's going to happen? He's got to get all bulked up there. So when those new little fillies down there.
Listen, I don't want to be giving him any ideas yet. I still want him to be my little boy. You don't have to look at girls yet. You'll look at him eventually. You just don't have to do it yet.
I said that to Gage when he was.
Oh, you want to hear something though disturbing? Okay, because to me, I mean, he's going to be 12 in November, so to me, he's still my little boy. Jim had this when he was a bachelor. His brother got it for him after he got divorced. He had this Pamela Anderson laminated wood clock that's the size of a poster. She's not naked, but she's wearing like, a pair of Daisy Dukes and a bandana tied off shirt, so her belly's sticking out. He's like, guess who wanted the Pamela Anderson clock? Because I tried to throw it away. Brandon. It's hanging in his bedroom. Yeah. He's got the Confederate flag, the Pamela Anderson clock, and this thing I bought. I was gonna sell it. It's real cool. It's like a poster, but on cardboard in a frame, and it's like from DuPont or something about how nuclear energy works. It's this real colorful 1960s frame. Must have been in a factory or something, and I wanted to sell it, and he scammed it on me. That's how he's decorating his bedroom. Anyway, sounds like
he's got a kit, a flag, and a poster.
Yeah.
Well, your baby boys will be growing up,
I guess so. I don't know.
and he'll have that. You better get him unlimited minutes on his cell phone because he'll have that damn thing stuck up to his ear, talking to them little girls all the time.
He don't even have a cell phone yet. I suppose I'm gonna get him one probably this year, but he don't even have a cell phone yet.
Our boys had like track phones for the longest time because their phone was for my use. If I needed to get hold of them, I wanted to be able to get hold of them. So I told them they better never run out of minutes on that thing.
Yeah. Honestly, to tell you the truth, because I don't hardly talk on the phone anymore, I use like a track phone. It's a smart one, but I'll be back.
All right. Texas Rose, have you won any big slots lately? Yeah, JoJo, he's a redneck nuclear engineer.
Yeah, he's a redneck, all right.
Well,
He's got that Confederate. He's got that Confederate flag. He's got a window in his bedroom that faces the road. Okay, that he's got that Confederate flag hanging there like a curtain. And there's part of me that wonders what the heck the neighbors think. You know, when they drive by, they see this, Confederate flag hanging in our window. They probably like, oh boy, here's a real pair of rednecks.
They're going to be expecting some cars up on blocks in the front yard now.
Yeah. Have you known Jim?
On the front porch?
Yeah. Have you known Jim? I mean, you talked to Jim. Would that shock you?
I forget who. I think it was on Scott's morning show. Somebody from up north was asking about the Southerners really have couches on their front porch.
Well, I suppose if you got a covered front porch, it's probably a comfortable place to sit. Gives you a place to sit when you're doing the wash with the wash.
He's out front, yeah. Oh Lord.
I don't have a couch on my front porch.
Neither do I. The HOA would probably frown on that.
There's some old wicker furniture out there that I'm going to get rid of. But it's still on there. Anyway, I inherited it with the house. I got my lawn jockeys up on the front porch so they don't get all faded and rained on.
Texas Rose said, I'm in Texas. They do. I'm assuming they do have couches on the front porch.
Yeah, I mean, I will say the one thing about like that area, you'll have like a $500,000 house, a beautiful house. And then next to it, you'll have old crappy looking, and I'm not saying it because it's a mobile home, but I mean, it's like cars on blocks or junk. Like when you turn on our road, there's these people, they're probably real nice people. They got this like Steenberg, modular home.
Right.
But when you look at their backyard, because they're in a smaller lot, they must have 200 bags of garbage in the backyard. You know what I mean? That probably the raccoons have gotten in and tore up some and that. And it's not like, oh, they bagged up some whatever. It's like regular household garbage. I mean, I don't know if they burn it once a year down there or what, but they got like a big pile of just actual garbage.
Joanna, this one came up. She said her comments are not coming up. Are you using a lot of foul language and it's blocking it?
What'd you say? I was weighing something.
Johanna is talking about her things. Her comments are not coming up.
Uh-oh.
And Frankie just had one that hers popped up, and it was like it was waiting on a moderator to.
Well, sometimes it depends if it says a word that the robots catch, that they hold it for like a couple seconds.
Yeah. I'll tell you what.
Yeah, Jim likes it down there. He's got me a little freaked out about the turkey mites, but he likes it.
To what?
There are these things they call them turkey mites. I think they're kind of like a small wood tick or some kind of immature wood tick, but he goes, yeah, they get on you and then they get in your skin. I don't think it's a chigger, but it's something kind of like a cross between a chigger and a tick. But they're real little.
We start talking about couches on front porches, and Kathy pops in.
Shut up, Tom.
Oh,
Shut up.
boy. Well, she probably experiences that over there in Mississippi.
Yep. If you don't have a couch on the front porch, we wonder about you.
Yeah. What's wrong? They use it for profiling reasons.
Yeah. I just got back from taking the grandbabies to the daycare. Hey, Hank. Hey, everybody.
Well, how was your vacation?
Oh, not long enough. I didn't want to come back. I liked it. We didn't, in Arkansas, we really didn't find no diamonds, but we went and did a bunch of thrifting.
Didn't you, at that state park?
Yeah, it was too muddy. It had rained way too much that day, it seemed like.
I heard
It was
they like
hard.
turn the soil over like once a day or whatever.
They do it the first of the season, and then they'll do it the middle of the season, and then right at the end. They only till it like 3 times, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it sucks. You're out there digging.
I suppose you should get there right. You got to find out the day they're tilling it up and be there that day.
That's what I was telling Marcel. We got to go the day that they till it up. Is right after they till it. I want to be out there.
Yeah. No, I want to do that too. I saw that. That looks like fun.
Yeah.
And somebody
like
a few years ago got like this really big carat diamond they found there.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it was who was it? Somebody. I think it was Colorado. Somebody it wasn't from here, but they have a lot of people like that come from Missouri and Texas and Colorado. We saw a lot of Texas people there.
Yeah, they're probably sourcing to resell the diamonds.
Yeah.
You should have did a video. I sourced state parks for diamonds.
Yeah. I got a little bit of a video, but I kept falling in the mud. It was hilarious, but
Mr. Sadie, your
hey, Liz.
comment did come through. Mr. Sadie said, Todd is old. Did my comment come up? It's only a test.
No, Hank, they don't plant diamonds there. It's actually, we learned the lesson on the diamond place. It's actually from a volcano that had erupted around that area. And that's where the diamonds come from.
Cool.
Yeah.
Now, in North Carolina, they have a lot of like ruby mines, the gemstones like that. My mom's got this huge, one of the biggest starfire rubies that they have found at this one place they went to. It's huge. She was going to have a necklace made out of it, but the person that did the shaping of the stone said it'd be better on a ring. That way, light would be able to reflect up under it. But it's a pretty stone. But my dad, they bought a couple of buckets of dirt and they were going through it. My dad was picking out every little stone, it didn't matter how small it was. He's picking it out, putting it in a little bucket. And I don't think Mom said that the people at the mines acted like he was supposed to just leave that in the bucket and I guess they would just scatter it out over the rest of it. So it kind of recycle it. Oh, not my dad. I asked my mom where all that stuff was at. She says it's in a box up in the attic somewhere. When your daddy's not gone, you can have it.
Yeah, they let you bring up the stones that you have, and they'll identify them for you, and they have like a bucket you can put them in.
Yeah.
It's fun, though. I got bored after the second day. I was done. It was like I lived my childhood. I went and made some mud pies. I'm going back to the
No, I saw that. I want to go do that someday.
It's fun. Like I
Yeah.
said, I mean, it's different. And we found these little cabins that are right around the corner from them. This one was a little 1-bedroom. And it was really nice out there. They had the buckets, the shovels, the screens, and everything for you. So you didn't have to rent nothing except for like a wagon. But I will tell you, bring a canopy or something for shade because there's no shade out there.
Hmm.
Yeah, and lots of water. Lots and lots of water.
Yeah, it'd probably be something to do in the spring or fall when it's cooler.
Yeah. Yeah, I think spring will probably be your best because that's their first teal.
Yeah.
I think it's right April. I think they said, I'll have to go back and look at it, but it's something different to do, and the kids love it. I mean, I was surprised at how many kids were out there digging, and they were digging more than the adults were. And of course, you know, me and my ding dong self, we go from the dry side to the wet side. So I'm walking across the little road, and I see this hill. I was like, oh, we'll just take the shortcut. Well, I have flip flops on this day. So I decided to go walk my butt down this hill. Instead of walking, I slid down that sucker right on my ass. And Marcel was good. He did not laugh at me right away. I'd have been rolling on the floor laughing. I'm sorry.
I wish he had have shot some video of that.
No, I'm glad he didn't. I'd have killed him for that one.
Oh,
now.
that would have been great. Hey, that would have gone viral.
Yeah, I'm always slide. I can't even walk on my own 2 feet. So I just bounce right back up. And I was like, I'm good. That's all I can do. Yeah, let the kids go out there. The kids will love it. I'll trip over my own feet, so I'm used to it now.
It's I mean, when I was a kid, up till about until I turned 13 because we moved to Rock Hill when I was 13. The boys in my neighborhood, we had swamps, we had creeks, we had everything, and my mom would hose us off in the damn backyard before she'd let us in the house because we'd have mud up to our butts.
Weren't you scared you were going to get bit by a snake or something crawling around in those swamps?
I would have been.
Back then, no.
Oh.
That's boys are stupid. They don't care.
Yeah, Jim saw one of those big black snakes over there in Kentucky when he was down there. He's putting some stuff in a shed we got, you know. And he goes, yeah, the fishing poles started kind of rattling. He goes, then I saw that big black snake in there.
Oh, yeah. I'm out. See ya.
They said the black ones, to leave them alone because they keep the poisonous ones away.
Yeah. Some people I know if they have a house out on Lake Wiley, they have a boathouse. You know, you just drive the boat up in.
Yeah.
It's floating. He went out there one day to get he's got shelves for his skis to sit on. He went up there reached up to grab a slalom off the shelf, and there's a damn snake, a water moccasin sitting up on top of that.
Yeah, we don't really. I asked the neighbors, I go, because you can have copperheads around there, and I guess timber rattlers, not very much. But all the neighbors said, they go, yeah, you'll see the big black ones and stuff. He goes, leave those alone because they'll keep copperheads away. But he goes, I've lived here like 20 years. I've never seen a copperhead or a rattlesnake. So.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's up on the fringe area of where you start seeing those rattle-headed copper moccasins. Them suckers are bad now.
Rattle-headed copper moccasin.
Yeah, man. They are some vicious ones.
He's making that shit up.
So you have to be. I ain't never heard of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ever.
Deb, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. You need to make us up a T-shirt. Put rattle-headed copper moccasin on it. You know, beware the rattle-headed copper moccasins. I get 50% of it.
Yeah, and I want you to be the first one wearing that shirt around. People think you're some kind of pervert or something.
It's like that big sexual disease,
Yeah,
syphilis, herpes, syphilis. I don't know. What
watch
the
out
hell?
for the big white snake.
You have to do a couple of them there, Tom.
People take their snakes serious down here.
Ugh.
I'm scared of grass snakes. We have grass snakes here. And I was moving some stuff. I'm like, oh, there's a snake. I'm like, someone gone. We bought this. Oh my God, this is so freaky. I buy this Firebird, this Pontiac Firebird. And it was north of me. So I buy it. Guy wouldn't give me the title on it. I ended up parting it out. Anyway, Jim is sitting in the car with Brandon. And at this time, Brandon's maybe 2 years old. And Brandon kind of like picked his head up weird. Here's a snake in the car. The car was full of all these like grass snakes and garter snakes. They must have been hibernating in it because when you pop the hood on for the engine, it was all shedded snake skins in there. It was so I wouldn't sit in it. I couldn't do it. I'm like, what if there's a snake still underneath one of those seats or something? I'll poop my pants.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not doing that.
I saw a movie one time where this lady was driving down the road and a snake crawled out from under the seat, wrapped around her leg.
Oh no.
I would have, if that had been me, I'd have died right then.
Oh, I thought you were watching a porn movie or something where this lady gets grabbed by a snake.
Yeah, I'd done wrecked that car if I had a snake. Nope.
I used to gallop racehorses at this racehorse farm, which was up north here, that they had a lot of mice in the barn. I mean, they were infested with mice, but that draws in snakes. I mean, in the summer, there'd be snakes in the barn, in the stalls, in the barn aisle, crawling underneath the barn. And there were some pretty good sized snakes. I'm scared to death of snakes.
Yeah, baby, I could have that. I'm out.
you just keep all those snakes up there where you live at. Because all I got to say is hell far, don't bring them down here.
Yeah, good snake's a dead snake. You're right. I don't do snakes. Do not like snakes.
Yeah, I always kind of said I'd have a no snake policy, but I'm now about the black snakes. I'm like, well, I guess if they keep away the poisonous snakes, maybe I'll just leave them alone. They can go their way and I'll go my way.
Yeah, just stay out of my house. We're good. Yeah. Just don't come in my home and we're all right. You can take them from the outside.
Yeah. Don't jump at me or come in my house.
Yeah. Just don't come nowhere near me. I'm good.
My father-in-law was telling me about, it was last month when it was so hot, that he saw two of their cats, their outdoor cats, was messing with something, and he walked over there to them to see what they were messing with, and they had a damn snake pinned between them. And when one of them would, like, when the snake was looking at one of them, the other would run over and pop him on top of the head a couple of times. And then the snake would turn around and look at him, and the other one would pop it on the head a couple of times. And my father-in-law said he sat there and watched him, must have watched him for 30 minutes messing with that damn snake.
Oh.
And then my mother-in-law came out and she said she shooed the cats off so they didn't get struck. I'm like, if when those cats get finished playing with that sucker, the snake will be gone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Hank. We don't want no gators getting in the house.
I don't want none of them.
You know, I was watching a video of one of the people that I've subscribed to recently, and there was a video of this big ass alligator walking across the daggum 4-lane in Florida. He was just kind of moseying on across there. Cars were stopping to let him go by. I'm like, when you're fishing on like the Cooper River around Charleston, there's some like ponds that are attached to it. You know, just low spots in the ground that they filled up with water. Anyway, when you're out there, you have to be careful what you tie up to because that log might swim off. There's some big old gators down there.
Yeah, I'm not messing with no alligator. It's like I'll go to Gatorland and they do that where they do those zip lines over the top of those gator ponds. I'm like, no freaking way. Because that's how they feed those alligators chickens. They put them on a zip line and run that chicken across. The alligator jumps out of the water and gets it. You know what my luck is that the zip line would break because I'm too fat or something. I'll hit that water and end up getting eaten. And they did have a video where somebody zip line, they got like stuck. And you can see the gators all swimming underneath them and stuff like that. I'm like, no way, Kimosabi. No way.
Have y'all ever seen the James Bond movie? I can't remember whether it's Live or Let Die or the one that came right after it that was still set in Louisiana. Anyway, there's the one part where the James Bond stuck out on this little island and all these crocs are coming. It's like at a gator farm. All these crocs are coming up to eat him. And all of a sudden he just starts running and he steps on the backs of all these crocodiles.
Oh, yeah, right.
Well, I saw this thing where they were talking about it, how the guy that did that actually ran and did that, but he got bit about 6 or 7 times.
Gosh, he deserved it. He's stupid enough to run across it.
I like my life and I like my limbs enough where I don't have to do that kind of stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
good, I'll pass.
Back to you and your zip lining across the gator pond. First of all, my big old hiney is not going to get on a zip line until
I ain't doing it.
Not until I get to be about 170 pounds again.
I'm good.
If God meant me to fly through the air, he'd have given me wings. That's the way I look at it.
Exactly.
Crap like that is made for preteen boys, because they don't give a shit. Let's go. Dad, pay up the $32 so I can slide across the pond of death.
Yeah. No, I'm a whim. I'm to the point, like, if I get talked into going on Splash Mountain, there's like that part where you're going up the thing, where it like chugs along and it's taking to the top. And I'm like, I have this anxiety. I'm like, why are you putting yourself through this? Why do you do this? Anyway, I just, the older I get, the less thrills I need.
Yeah, I just rather not even do that.
Yeah.
I'll just stay on the ground. I'll stay on the ground.
Older, you start realizing how easy it is to die, and you try not to take these chances.
my high blood pressure is trying to kill me. I don't need no zip line to do it or no damn gator. I'm good. I'll take my chance on the ground. I know we saw one going into Gatlinburg, and Marcia goes, "Oh, look, a zip line." I said, yeah, I'm too fat for that, and I didn't care if I'm not too fat. I'm claiming I'm too fat to be on that. That's my excuse. I'm just not doing it. See, and I don't even zip those, Hank, because I just wear my little stretchy pants, my yoga pants, so I don't have to worry about it. No worries. Oh, the code enforcement guy's out running around today. Jerk. He's trying to make sure there's no couches on the front porch. Or washers and dryers. Oh, shoot. I gotta do a haul video today.
I did. Me and Jim did a haul video, and he never got it uploaded before he left.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
Sound like Marcel. He goes, oh, I got all these videos to do, and
oh my God, but I love this when I'm packing stuff up, because the last time I packed the truck up, I'm like going through stuff. I'm like, I'm going to list this for sale. I don't want this. So I listed just stuff I picked up. I think I sold like $500 or $600 worth of stuff that we just had mixed in with our stuff. It was cool.
Oh, wow.
I was looking to see if I could find it, and I can't find it in the. It's going to take some looking. But anyway, when we went to Australia back in '95, we went up into the Blue Mountains on a tour. And hey, NCB Media, good to see you this morning. We went up to the Blue Mountains, which is beautiful. and it's blue because of all the eucalyptus in the air. But anyway, we went up to this retreat, this little resort area, tourist trap, and they have this rickety, like, observation cart. It's like a cage, and they take you out halfway across this gully and stop so you get a good panoramic view of everything. I wasn't too hipped up on the idea, but Roberta and Chris and Sandy, they wanted to do it, so I went with. And it like creaked and groaned, and things popped, and I'm like, okay, hell. In my mind, I was freaking out because I just don't like that. And it had the mesh bottom, the steel mesh bottom, so you could see down through it. Freaking out over that.
You see like those things where they have those glass walks on the Grand Canyon and stuff? I don't know if I could do that.
I know I could.
Yeah, I'm really scared of heights.
I can't stand. Like I said, I can go. If I go to the 35th floor of a office tower, I can't walk up and look through the windows looking down.
Yeah.
I get real. I just don't like that. I get in an airplane, I can fly and look forever.
I can too.
But just standing there, I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna fall or something.
I can't look out the window when I'm flying. I'm either make Jim sit next to the window, or if I'm next to the window, I'm gonna shut it. I don't like seeing like the curve of the earth. Like I'm above the earth so far that I can tell the earth has a curve to it. I don't like that.
I would say I have to see, because if I'm going to die, I need to know when it's going to happen, and I need to see how the hell it's going to happen.
I don't want to see like some kind of little weird monkey gremlin crawling in the engine or that. I just want it to be totally a surprise. Like, wow, I didn't see that coming. I don't want to know anything.
Yeah, I was going to say that, Liz. They had this bridge in Gatlinburg, and it's this long freaking bridge, and you had to take those little ski things to go up, and they're opened up. First off, I'm not getting on that damn thing. Secondly, because first, I'm not going to be able to get off of it without falling on my face. Secondly, it's opened up and my feet dangle. Nope. Yeah. And then there's this bridge from one mountain to the other, and then there was a glass piece that you could walk across, and you could look down. Hell no. Nope.
Yeah. See, now I
scared me looking down at the ground at that sucker.
I used to downhill ski, and I got over it. The chairlift didn't bother me. Honestly, which is funny. I just got over that one. So maybe I could train myself to get over other ones, and I just choose not to. But one time,
I choose not to either.
Yeah, one time,
I'm a lay on the beach kind of person.
I get on the ski lift, because it kind of hits you in the butt, and then you sit down and you go up. But one of my skis popped off. Okay. So at this local ski hill, we have like all these like Jamaicans and stuff, or Haitians. He couldn't get my ski back on my boot, and it's like holding up the line. I'm like, just give me my ski. I'll just go with one ski. I'm like, my friend's like, well, how the heck are you gonna do that with one ski getting off? I'm like, I don't know. I'll figure it out when I get up there. So I try to get off with one ski and wipe out. And the ski patrol, they come and they like help me up. And I'm like, I'm okay. I only had one ski on. I tried to get off with just one ski on. He goes, oh, you need two to get off. I'm like, yes, I need two. Thank you very much, jerk.
Thanks. I would fall flat on my face.
You want a ski story?
Yeah, no, there was a whole bunch of people on that stupid bridge on one corner testing the weight limits. There was no way I was going up there.
Yeah, one corner. Okay, that's real smart.
I know, it's like y'all all congregated to
haven't
one
you
side.
Ever seen, have you ever watched those like nightclub on YouTube, those nightclub balcony things, or too many people on the balcony and it falls? Why take chances?
Exactly. I'm good. I'll stay on the ground.
No, I don't need that.
I don't need my wine.
This thing.
I'll sit here and drink my glass of wine and watch y'all fall, and be like, "Damn, that's a shame." I ain't doing it. Yeah, I'm the person. I can lay on the beach and just sit there and listen to the waves, and I'm good. That way I don't get hurt.
We used to ski when I was young. We used to ski a lot. We go up to the North Carolina mountains where they make all their snow up there, pretty much so. But we'd go up and we'd spend like 4 days up there skiing. My family and my aunt, my uncle and aunt, and some other friends. We'd all go up there and rent a big house on the slope. So you basically just skied into the house when you got ready to quit. And in the morning, you just go out to walk out to the edge of the slopes and ski on down to start your day of skiing. Well, it was on a Saturday. It was on a Friday night, and I was skiing with a cousin-in-law. She had just gotten to where she felt like she could go to the top of the mountain and ski down. And I told her, I said, it's a sheet of ice up there. You got to stay to the edge where, they pushed all the snow to the side. And she said, okay. So she's coming down the edge of the slope in a snowplow. And I'm trying
Ride
to stay.
the pizza. I call it ride the pizza.
Okay, ride the pizza, same thing. I was behind her, and I was watching her because I was scared she was going to get hurt on that ice. But anyway, and I'm kind of like sliding sideways behind her to stay behind her. I heard, "Watch out!" And before I knew it, I was laying flat on my back down in a gully beside the ski slope. No skis. No ski poles, missing one of my gloves. This large lady had skied down the hill and hit that sheet of ice and lost control. My other cousin that was back behind me a ways, he said it looked like a bomb had gone off. My crap was going everywhere. The ski patrol came, there's like 4 of them immediately down there. He's like, "Sir, are you okay? Are you okay?" And I said, "Yes, I'll be fine. I just need to lay here for a minute." He said, "Well, you can't lay here, you'll freeze." Because it was like 9:30 at night and it was getting cold. It was like 28 degrees.
Oh, good grief.
Oh, God.
Yeah, you're going to freeze. Oh, it's 28. Wait, put the heavy clothes on.
I said, "Can you help me get to the top of the hill? Back up on the slope." And I said, and then, because by this time my brothers come along, a couple more cousins, and they've gathered up all my stuff. I said, if we can get to the top of the hill, I said, our house is right at the bottom of this slope, because you went down the slope and then you made a left-hand turn to go down to the bottom of the hill. So I got down I finally got my composure, and I kind of like got down to our cabin, and I ended up spending the rest of the weekend on the couch with my ankle or my leg up on the armrest, to elevate it, with ice packs on it, because I messed up my knee or my leg and my knee really bad. But to this day, my brothers and my cousins, when we're all together, they laugh about it. It's like Tom exploded. His crap went everywhere. But it wasn't funny then. But everything's always funnier when you think back about it, unless somebody loses a limb or something.
I was at the ski hill. I think I was at Blackjack, and they have you're supposed to stay on the regular groomed trails, but you always have people make their own trails through the woods that get kind of extreme. There'll be more jumps in them and real narrow. I'm following this pack of kids into there, and this one kid wipes out. Okay, so I'll call you back. This one kid wipes out, but the way his ski don't come off, and he's got his ankle with the ski boot is like wedged between these trees with the ski turned real weird. He's screaming bloody murder, crying, tears. I'm like, oh my God, that kid broke his leg or something. I'm like, oh God, I don't really want to deal with this, but I'm not quite up to it. One of his friends goes and hits that release on that ski, and then he's like, okay, and they start laughing. It must have been just holding it enough or it was painful, but I'm like, oh my God, that kid just broke his damn leg.
Yeah, I just ain't never learned to ski before.
I
It's
went.
fun. It's fun. I haven't done it in years. When I blew my knee out, now that's got me so spooked that I'm worried if I try skiing, my knee will pop out of place, and that's like super painful, and then it takes a while for it to heal up. And Jim, even though he did it because when we were
Yeah.
dating and stuff, he doesn't really like to do it because he's a wimp.
Like,
He's
nope.
all scared, like, oh, I'm gonna break my leg, I'm gonna break my arm.
I went with a group of people to Keystone Resort in Colorado snow skiing one time, and you can if you're ever out there and you don't ski, you have no interest in skiing. Most of the time, you can take the ski lift up to the top of the mountain, and they usually the place we were at, they had a restaurant up there, and then when you get ready to leave, then you just get on the ski lift and it takes you back to the bottom of the hill. Beautiful scenery. Beautiful scenery.
Okay, ski lift. Is it enclosed ski lift or
No. It's one where you kind of bend your knees and the seat comes up under you and you're
No.
kind of like
No.
dangling there.
I'll be staying on the ground. Thank you very much.
Not a gondola. The gondola
No, I
is
need
the one
something that needs to be enclosed that possibly might have a bar in it so I can drink heavily on my way up there so it won't freak me out.
We saw this guy come down a black diamond, which is the hardest, the most extreme. He was supposed to come down this slope, and then he was supposed to make a hard right-hand turn. Well, he didn't make the right-hand turn. He literally came across the top of us through the air and landed. Of course, his skis kicked off and went everywhere. But one of his ankles was turned in a really funky way.
Mm-mm.
And one of the girls that was with it, we all skied over there to him, and he was polluted. Okay, he felt the pain, but he was so drunk he didn't feel all the pain. One of the girls that was with us was a nurse, and she's like, "Don't touch him. That's like a triple compound break right there in that ankle." So the ski patrol came. They got down to us, and they called for backup and to bring a sled, and they took him down to the bottom of the hill. And one of the ski patrol's guys said, "Dude, you're going to regret that last drink that you had in the morning." Because he said, it's going to be painful in the morning. And the guy's like, oh, I don't hurt bad anymore. I mean, it don't hurt bad. But the girl that was with us, that was a nurse, she said that they probably had to airlift him down to Denver and do surgery on that ankle. Because it was, his leg was like this, and his ankle was out that way. And it's supposed to be up like that.
Oh,
It was pretty nasty. And then you see these little shits about 10 years old, little boys and little girls, and they would come down that black diamond like it was nothing. No fear. That's who that motto, was one of the sporting good people or clothing lines, their motto is no fear. That's who they made it for. Because those little kids would come down that thing wide open, not scared of anything. And I would have been in my early 30s then, so I was starting to have that concern about breaking bones or not.
yeah. That's one thing I've never broken a bone before, so I'm trying to keep it that way after 49 years. I'm good. Oh, Liz,
Hey,
I don't
Dr.
want to
Fish,
think that.
it's I scuba dive or used to before I got so fat. Now I have to have like 50 pounds of ballast to make me go down. And I snow skied and that kind of thing. I was kind of adventuresome, but
Now I can do the scuba diving. That's fun.
I just don't like. I'm just too fat for that kind of stuff now. And I'm not going to be in denial. I am too fat to go ziplining, and I would love to go ziplining. So I'm going to do that once I get down to about 180 pounds.
You go like keto diet like Todd did.
That's just too weird.
Todd, you still doing good on that keto diet?
I've plateaued. I haven't lost any in a couple of weeks. I'm still on it,
Oh, are you?
and I'm down about 18 pounds. But
Wow.
yeah, but that's been since February 22nd is when I started.
So you
And
hit
how
like
much
a
have you lost?
18.
That's still not bad.
No. Joanna, I bet he was in pain. She said her husband had to jump off of a ladder and broke his heel bone.
See, no, I am not. No, I don't want to break nothing. I'm good. Okay, did everybody see the new changes that eBay's done
What kind of stuff?
on your new listings and stuff? Like when you go in and look at your listing, well, like on your sold stuff.
Right.
Let me see. I gotta go back to it. My internet's jacked up. Ugh. Now, I guess on. Hang on. Where'd it go? They were showing it to me this morning. This waiting shipment. That has. Let me do this. Hang on. I had to just turn my camera on. So y'all can't look at my junky house. I'll screen share with you. I'll try to screen share. Here it is. See? Can you see it?
Yeah.
Okay. See where it has the ship by whatever? But
Right.
supposedly you can sort it by like date sold. And then you can do, there's supposed to be, you can print, like say I want to add all these together. I can go in there. It's supposed to add all of them together, like the bulk shipping.
Right.
So I guess that way you can go back and do the what is that, scan sheet? And then you're supposed to be able to like, what was it? Hang on. The date sold, you can push it by what date sold. And then the different shipping. They changed all this up. They showed me this morning. And then here you can like by record number, because it gives you now an order detail number. Like that one's $15.99. And then that one's that number. I wish they'd stop making changes so much. But I didn't know if anybody else has changed it up like that. Or maybe I'm just now seeing it.
Mine was like that when I shipped it yesterday, but I didn't really look at all this other stuff. I just hit the daggum print and did the labels and whatnot.
They were showing me the different ones. That's whatever in there now.
Okay.
But yeah, that's I don't know what they're doing with all that crazy stuff now. So I just saw all that this morning. I was like, I've been on vacation for most of it, so I didn't know if anybody else had seen it. Todd, Cindy has a question for you in the chat.
Who?
Oh,
Cindy.
oh. Well, yeah. I need more information, Cindy.
You got 200 watches to look at for sale.
No clue where to start.
You need brands and models. Are they new? Are they vintage?
Yeah.
Lots of questions.
Lots and lots of questions.
Well, if should she sort them all by brand, and then from work, find the ones that the brand that's usually the most sells for the most, go from that.
Yeah.
Are you bidding on an auction? You haven't won it yet. You're still bidding on the auction, correct? Or not correct?
She says she can get them for $8 each. Shoot.
Yeah, $8 each. She's no clue where to start. They're all different brands.
Each.
Yeah, they're different brands. They're used. She says she's not too sure how old.
Are they in working condition? There's lots of questions. Shoot me some of the brand names.
Yeah. Cindy, you're in our Facebook group, aren't you? I say, because if you're in our Facebook group, you can probably post some pictures in there real quick, Todd, to look at.
Yep.
Watches are hard sometimes.
Mennonite guy has a store and he is putting a new battery and make sure they're all working.
Oh, okay. And he's wanting to sell them to you for $8 a piece? Huh.
Yeah. Okay, that helps the value if they're working, but
Yeah.
I just, you know, gotta have more information about brands and styles. And
He's a clock guy. Yeah, because the newer brands like Fossil and all that, they really don't go for that much, do they?
yeah, well, it depends on the Fossil.
That's true.
Some of them sell for $80 and some of them sell for $20 in used condition.
Yeah.
Some of them sell for $10.
Jeez.
So look at your conditions. Are the straps good? Are the bands good? A lot of watches, the outer plating will wear off where it touches the skin. So, yeah, you're a potential buyer.
Just tell me you have somebody that's wanting to look at them that they may buy them for you. I gotta take pictures of all of them.
Oh, gee. Cheese and crackers.
Cheese and crackers?
Yeah. That's better than saying the J word. The J. Cheese and crackers. Tara, what are you packing up today?
I just packed up these. I sold them. They're little miniature like table saws that would go with one of those toy steam engines. You know what I'm talking about? They're made out of tin. And years ago, a neighbor of ours, after her husband that was cleaning out the house, it was just throwing everything in the dumpster. And I happened to fish these two out. I came across them again when we're packing up the truck. I'm like, I'm gonna list these. I sold them for like $108.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, I'm doing a deer tag right now. I got some hats. I bought a big lot of this Revere wear. They're solid copper, like they're all copper on the outside pans. I got a couple of those to pack.
Oh wow.
Rockstein hats. This airplane I'm not looking forward to packing. Another RC airplane, a soda bottle, some postcards, nail polish, some clothes, a little bit of everything. It's a hodgepodge.
That's usually how mine is too.
Oh my God, I bought this. I went to this estate sale, which is on this video. If Jim ever uploads it, they have one of these walking canes, like a walking stick, but it folds down, so it's got like this little seat that if you're tired, you could sit on. I'm like, oh, that'd be good for auctions. And when you fold the seat part down, it's all metal and it looks like two horseshoes. I'm like,
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
that would be. I'm gonna buy it. I paid $2 for it. You know. So I'm like, I'm gonna buy that. That'd be cool at an auction. I don't have to carry a chair. I'll just take that with me. But then I looked it up on eBay, and one of them sold for like $180, and I can't keep it.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
You never want to look it up because if it's worth some money, you ain't forget it.
Yeah, they didn't have it priced. It was in the corner of the garage. It's from 1939. It's from the New York World's Fair. It's this walking stick folding seat, and one sold for like $189. So now I'm
Oh
gonna have
my
to sell
gosh.
it.
Yeah.
I paid $2 for it.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Be like, yeah, I got to sell you.
Yeah, sorry, I can't keep you. Oh, yeah, like I'm gonna walk around with a $180 cane. I'll lose it or something like that. Now it's gotta go.
I think me too. He's gonna sell you. Somebody else got to deal with you.
Yeah, somebody else is gonna love you more than me.
That's what, man. I'm sorry I didn't make it to your auction last night. I didn't get any kind of message saying that you were going live or you were live. So
Who had
apologize
an
for
auction?
that. Huh?
Who had an auction?
NASCAR man 3345. He had like vintage toys.
Ah, cool.
Yeah, we had grandbabies, so
Well,
I
you
went
could've-
to
you
bed. I
could've
was
sat
so
in front of
tired
the-
last night. I went to bed at like 8 o'clock.
oh god, I bet.
They are ripping down the stables in the old barn in my barn right now. Anyway, and I had my tack room in there, and I'm like, they said I could have my saddle racks and stuff, and I wanted to take them because my uncle had built them all for me. I'm like, well, I'm gonna take those saddle racks and bridle racks. So yesterday, I worked on pulling all that stuff down, which was a lot of work.
That's
I
years
wish-
worth of work. Sorry, Tom.
I wish YouTube had a feature where you could go through and you could build a list of people and you could like send an instant message to everybody. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Other people's channels, they'll send out a general message like, I'm going out live at whatever time, or hey, I'm going to do this or whatever. It's like when you go on your homepage, it's below where they, they'll have like who's live, your subscription. Right. It's like down, halfway down that page, you'll have it where people have done messages to their viewers or subscribers.
Oh, I'll have to look that up. I hadn't seen that.
No, the Google Hangout gone in Australia and New Zealand, he said.
It's supposed to be gone here by like January or something, or this fall.
Later on this year is what it said. I didn't know anything about it until this morning when I logged in. It said, try this new whatever it is live at YouTube or whatever because Hangouts was going away.
What are they replacing it with?
This live thing that they were talking about. I don't know. I'm going to research it this afternoon and try to get on that wagon right now because
you might as well get familiar with
it. She said Johanna said that I think you have to have 1,000 subs to have the community tab thing.
Oh, probably. Well, you're almost there though, aren't you, Tom?
Yeah, I'm about 35 away, I think. No, I'm 9. I don't know what I am. Shit, I don't care. But anyway, I just started using the new beta, the control panel beta, or whatever it's called. I've just started using it, finding my way around it.
Oh boy.
And actually, it is laid out a lot better than the old way. The Tommy Pickers tried today, and it was gone. They want you to use your webcam or OBS.
I can't even use OBS.
I don't even know what OBS is.
Marcel can do it. I can't. Dang, Tom, you're 28 away from getting your 1,000.
I know.
Yeah.
Damn it. And me and him are real close together. Now he's way ahead of me.
Sarah, we got to get you some subs tomorrow. Hang on a second. Let me go ahead and get into Marcel's chat quick.
But you've had this whole moving thing to have to deal with,
And Tom's just been a YouTube.
Yeah, I mean, like, wasn't it like 3 weeks ago or a month ago? I might have been a little bit ahead of you, and I'm at 652.
Whew.
And everybody knows we're really funny and stuff. I don't know why we don't have more subs.
I know. You should have like more than everybody.
I'm just kidding. Everybody knows how nice and cool we are. We should definitely have more subs.
I know. You should have all the subs.
Well, a lot of people, there were some people that, a good many people that have been fussing in some of these groups I've been hanging in at night about the fact that they've lost their ability to live stream from their phones.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. If you don't have 1,000 subscribers, you've lost the ability to live stream from your phones.
Yeah, see, like I got a new message when I go halfway down my homepage. This is from a content creator called Mr. Reagan. I have a lot of you insisted that I create an Instagram account, so here it is. Follow me there for some funny memes and messages. So yeah, you can do something with messages, but obviously you probably have to have 1,000 subs.
NASCAR Man, is a peer sort of like Hangouts was, or is it more like OBS or?
Oh yeah, that's what the boys use. I don't know if it would work with YouTube because but then they do their private hangouts, they were doing it. And when you're in it, it will have like everybody's square will be on the screen at once. It's like how these squares are along the bottom. It'll look like the Brady Bunch screen.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really looks cool. And you know what? I forgot to send Land Shark and Swamp Picker a link. But yeah, Craig, I watched one of his shows, and it was really cool the way instead of having everybody across the bottom, you can configure it the way you want to up in the
Oh,
top.
did he do it while he was on YouTube?
Yeah.
I've never seen it like live on YouTube, but I have seen like the boys have those hangouts with appearing.
Right. Fish and Picker, I don't need to have a 24-hour Tomathon. That's the reason I'm doing these morning shows, to try to get the rest of my hours that I need.
How many hours do you have?
About 2,100.
How many you need?
4,000.
Holy crap.
And I've got about 20 videos in queue that I will start uploading.
Best way to do it.
But it's somebody else this guy that I know that is not in the reselling community, or he doesn't resell. He uses what the hell is that stuff? He uses a different type of. It's like OBS, but it's not OBS, and he likes it a lot better because he says it's easier to use. It's vMix or iMix or something like that. He said it's a lot easier to use for OBS. He uses it for his meetings at work.
I'm lucky I can get on here, so see how much well this is going to work for me.
I guess we just need to start figuring it out.
You're gonna have to, or somebody's gonna have to come work this stuff for me.
Well, Marcel is your computer technician. He's got to get it ready for the show.
Oh, he's already got his side ready. Like I said, I'm not that committed. I don't have commitment issues when it comes to my channel. It's like I just don't have much time. I don't mind coming hanging out with y'all, but it's just kind of like I
like that too. I just am like, I got to like do some work that makes me money and stuff, so I just don't have that much time.
You let that money just get involved with everything, don't you?
Yeah.
Well, I need to be able to pay my bills, Tom.
And bills keep coming in that mailbox.
I also like to eat and have electricity too, so
Food's always good.
if I don't got no electricity, I ain't gonna be able to go on YouTube. I can tell you that.
Hey, you boater people.
Boater people.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fish finder.
Yeah.
A depth finder.
Okay, I hook it up to 12 volt and it comes on for about 5 seconds and then it goes back off. Am I doing something wrong?
Well, that's a good question because Jim's not here.
If you don't have,
well, but it don't have the transducer on it, so
Yeah.
it wouldn't have anything to pick. It wouldn't be reading anything.
No, it's got a transducer.
Yeah,
is
but
it plugged into it?
I just haven't plugged it. It's not plugged in right
yeah,
now.
but what would it be? What would it show you on the screen if the transducer isn't plugged in?
It would, for a little bit, it would say you need to plug in your transducer.
Okay, so I mean, I just don't think it would stay on without the transducer in, and I don't know how does Tom, does the transducer read if it's not in water? Because it's a depth finder, so.
It'll bounce. The signal will bounce off of something. Yeah, it's got to bounce off of something. But it might not. It might It might realize that there's not a transducer hooked up to it, so it might shut it down.
No, I put the transducer on it. It turns on for like 5 seconds, and you can like scroll up and down through the menu. But then after 5 seconds, it shuts off.
Well, does it let you select stuff on the menu?
I don't remember.
Sounds like you better go fishing and try it out.
Invite Mr. Sadie to come down from St. Louis to Texas, and y'all go fishing. He can bring his boat, and y'all can try it out.
No, I'll try plugging in the transducer and then throwing the transducer.
I'm going to. Okay, what is that? A hummingbird?
Yeah.
I'll plug the transducer into it, and then tie the transducer to the end of my diving board and just throw it in the pool.
Like let Gwen swim down up under it and see.
See, it looks like
beneath the transducer to see if it shows a big fish down there.
That's a big one, Mac.
Yeah, the battery might not be holding the charge.
What battery? I just hooked it up to. I took a
12 volt.
12 volt.
I just took an old 12 volt power cord, cut the end off, and strip the wires. I didn't put it to a 12 volt battery. But I mean, I've done that before. I've got another fish finder that this Eagle worked fine with the strip, with the power cord.
It might just be bad.
Yeah, might be. I might just sell it. Put in the description. It shuts
Yeah,
off
shit,
after 5 seconds.
the head only is worth like $50.
Yeah, if it worked. Humminbird 200 DX.
Wow.
I hate to just chuck it. I guess I could sell it not working and somebody will want it for the transducer.
Or the
I can't
screen.
say I've sold them before, and usually if they power up, I just take shot and sell them as working, which probably doesn't sound real responsible. But I've never really run through all of its menu options outside of a boat.
All right. Well, thanks for the expert help.
Do you have a Bass
Okay.
Pro Shop or something by you, Todd?
Huh?
You have like a Bass Pro Shop or something by you?
No.
I'd take it in there to them and say, look, I bought this, but it's not working. Say, could you test this one? I don't know how to make it work.
Well, that's a wide 100.
Yeah, that's actually a good idea. I do that with jewelry and everything else. I don't know what I
Yeah.
would do with a.
I mean, that's what I do. Like when I had we got one of those mold testers from at one of the thrift stores. It only people that use it are the people that do restorations after water damage or whatever. I just took one. I took it up there and told him, hey, look, I bought this at a thrift store. It had their name on it. And he tested it for me and everything. He goes, yeah, it works. He goes, it's fine. We don't use that model no more. I said, that's okay. I don't care if you use it or not. I'm trying to sell it. He goes, it works. I'm like,
Does it have an option where it will play like past depths or whatever, you know what I mean?
true.
Like replay.
Yeah. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like
I think some of them do like a history, where it will show you.
I don't know if this one does or not. I got the instructions.
Or maybe that help. That'd be a Blue's Clue right there.
Actually, read the instructions for it.
Well, maybe if it did have that option where it plays like a history, maybe if you got it to play through its history, you probably could take a pretty good gamble, educated guess that it works then.
Yeah.
Trip log.
Hell, even if you had a pawn shop by you, a lot of those people will know how to test them too. Think of the people that have to be really smart in some of those things.
Oh.
The 200 only has 8 mega thing, whatever hard drive it runs off of. I don't know anything about the fishing gear, so
I can't say I've ever tested one out that's not something with the water.
like you said, you may just have to drop it like in the pool. Not that, but test it off their diving board.
Yeah.
I'm not a fishing guru. I can't help you. I'm sorry. I'm not very much help of anything.
That's funny. I just looked up, like Humminbird demos or whatever, and I got a Garage Flips one for one he must have sold.
Oh.
Where he's doing a demo on it.
Oh God.
Yeah, this one powers on and the backlight works and the menu buttons work and it's got a countdown timer on it. It goes 5, 4, 3, and then it shuts off.
It's weird.
Wouldn't think that much could go wrong with these because they're in waterproof encapsulated cases.
Yeah.
Usually the biggest thing with those is somebody takes them off the fishing boat, but they don't take the transducer with it.
Yeah, how stupid is that?
They leave the transducer on the boat and they take the monitor off.
Why? Because they probably don't know, I would assume.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
That'd be me. I'd leave it behind. Like, I don't know what it was.
I have bought a bunch of crappy boats when I was younger. I bought a bunch of crappy boats for the boat trailers, and take the hardware off of them, and then I take the holes to the landfill, and I would get the transducer off of the back of it, and it would sell for enough to pay for the dadgum boat and the trailer and all the other crap. I don't know why people forget to take them off.
I wouldn't even know what it looks like, so that'd probably be why I'd forget.
It looks like a little mouse sticking on the back of the boat. The
I think
the stern of the boat there, it sticks out like that.
I think because when they wire them in, they drill it through back there at the stern, and then I think people will take them out because otherwise then you got to plug a hole in the boat.
Huh.
This transducer must have been one of the hole through transducers.
I will say, I just granted, Lonnie's is for a Hummingbird Wide 100. He just went through the test. It didn't show any readings or that. He's just kind of going back and forth from its main setup screen to stuff where you can adjust the sensitivity and stuff like that.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get a cup of coffee.
No,
I got to.
You can't leave.
It takes work to keep this physique up here.
Okay, now I gotta actually go back to what I was doing.
Yeah, I gotta make my post office run and get my trash to the curb. I'll be back in a couple of minutes.
Okay,
thanks.
It's gonna make you stay.
Yeah. Now we're gonna talk about whatever
more
we want.
important
You
than
guys
you
aren't
guys.
here.
Well, thanks, Todd. Oh, shoot. I'm just trying to get some listings done to get started back to.
Yeah, that's
hopefully
the bad thing when you go on vacation and then you come back. You ever notice you just don't feel like sitting down and doing listings?
No, I was like, I don't want to do that today.
Yeah, I don't feel like
I still didn't want to look at my computer as soon as we got home. I don't want to check email.
I know.
Shoot, last thing I want to do. And I'll eventually get back into it. I got to. I have no choice.
Yeah, I gotta that's the problem. Well, money is always the motivator.
When that checkbook starts looking really, really low, it's like, okay, it's time to get to busy.
When you start thinking, how much money did I spend again? Oh shit, I gotta do some work.
Yeah, I still got to go through all my receipts. I'm like, I don't even want to do that. I did pretty good though. We didn't do too much crazy spending. We were able to eat at the cabin, so that makes it a lot easier.
Yeah.
Shoot, after a long day, last thing you want to do is sit. Well, they had 2 restaurants, and one was a Mexican restaurant, and the other was Sonic. So you really didn't have a whole lot to choose from. I'm like, okay. But they did give us the free breakfast. They had eggs, bacon, biscuits, and orange juice in there when we got there.
Oh, there you go.
Liz, I got 2 Amazon boxes shipped out yesterday. About killed me. Yeah. That's a lot of that. Yeah, it is. It's hard to take it. It's that's what we and Marcel talked about. See, Saturdays and Sundays, we even work on Saturdays and Sundays. You don't have a day off, and then when you actually take a day off to try to go back to work after you've been off, it's like, it sucks. That's what I told Marcel. I don't work for nobody, but it feels like, when I didn't want to go back to the office on Sundays. I got to go back to the office. I don't want to do it. My office is right outside the bedroom.
What gets me when we go on vacation is because Jim puts everything out 10-day handling. It's the shipping when we get back. It's like, oh, good Lord.
I know.
Now, is there one? I was going to ask y'all about that because we're going to be gone for about 5 days at the end of August. Actually, around August 15th. Is there a way you can go in and just you can change the handling and it automatically changes all your listings?
You just do bulk edit.
Oh, you had to do bulk edit?
I do mine 200 at a time. I don't do the full, everything I have in there, because I've noticed that if you do all of them, it won't take on everything. But if I do the first page, it takes me a little bit, but eBay's so jacked up half the time. And then I set mine out the handling time, and then I put it on vacation. I always put mine a few extra days out, so that way when I do get back, and if I do decide to send it a day early, they get it extra, and so they're like, "Oh, yay!"
Jim, if we're like all gone, Jim does it himself, so I don't ever actually do that. But I know he does it in bulk. But like when he was gone here, I don't mind shipping, but I like did put a few things on 10 days. We had a reloading press. I put that on 10 days. I'm like, I don't want to pack it. The antelope head, I'm like, no, I don't want to pack that. So I put that out on 10 days. Something else too. I can't remember what.
Beth says she does it in the business shipping policies. I didn't do it. I ain't never done it that way, Beth.
Yeah,
I do it old school.
And NASCAR man, can I ask you the name that you go by, like George, if you don't mind, because we'll call you George instead of NASCAR man.
Derek. Let me write his
Derek,
name.
that's right. That's what Craig said yesterday.
Let me put you on the list there of names I have.
Yeah, that's what I just did too.
I gotta update this thing here. Okay, gotcha.
Because I am the world's worst
Oh, I am too.
about names. And don't worry about the H. You know, it gets left out all the time. It don't bother me. I do get, when I was a kid, until I graduated from high school, I was Tommy. And everybody asked me, was it Thommy? And I thought to myself, no, but I wish I had thought of that because I would have changed it.
I've never seen Tom spelled Thom.
Yeah, me either.
Tom McCann's shoes?
No, I don't even know what you're talking about. It must be a Southern thing.
Okay.
Between you and Maggie.
Beth is the most aggressive type I ever heard in my life. It's like,
She's serious.
I would hate for her to send an email or text message to somebody she's really PO'd off at, you know? She picks it up, throws it across.
Could you imagine?
You gotta beat that keyboard like it owes you money.
Somebody owes you some money. Okay, last night my grandsons were here. So last night they had a whole bunch of toys that we went and because we go garage selling. If we find little cheap toys for them, we'll get them. Well, this little girl had some stuff for sale, and her mom asked me to buy something off the table. She even gave me 50 cents. So I picked up these little cards here. They're little memory cards. My grandson grabs them. He goes, "Oh, look, they're cards, rah-rah." I said, "Yeah, it's a memory game." You know what he asked me? Where's the button to click, rah-rah? I'm like, are you kidding me?
Rah-rah.
Rah-rah, where's the button? I'm like, okay, well, that's it.
Kathy is now rah-rah.
Rah-rah.
Everybody starts calling Kathy rah-rah.
I ended up pulling the game up. They thought that was cool to play the game with the cards and stuff. I'm like, oh my God, electronics. I've got to get y'all some more cards. They do puzzles, but they've never played a card game.
You know, we sit down when I can get them all to sit down long enough, and we'll play Uno or something like that. Just to do something actually together. You know, Monopoly. We like to play, but that gets to be too much of a damn. Like, Donald Trump has never done a business deal like some of the ones that we've done.
You need to.
We will run each other into bankruptcy just to take their crap.
Oh Jesus! And that's what he does to family.
Oh man, I'm gonna send Brandon over by you to play board games with you. Oh my God. Yeah, all he plays is Monopoly and Risk, which are both long ass games, and then he gets ticked off during them if he ain't winning.
Do you remember Stratego?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that game would last forever and ever. It's like these people that they play chess and they'll play for one game for 6 years. That's the way it feels like for Stratego. It just takes forever.
Jim said that's what he did with Brandon in Kentucky. They had this. Brandon bought this new Risk. It's like a futuristic Risk with robots. He goes, we just left it sit up, and if we took a break, we'd play it for a half hour and then go do something else. Anyway.
So he's just putting up the post. He's not hanging your fence or anything.
No, he just put in posts, and he got my corners set in. One corner has to be finished, but he didn't take the chainsaw down with him, and it needs some wood cut out of the way. Because when you do, a heavy corner, then it's like L shaped. So you got a heavy wood corner and then 2 wood posts, so it's L shaped, because that's where you're gonna do all your pulling to.
Are you using barbed wire or are you using regular fencing?
No, I'm gonna put up electric.
Electric.
Yeah. I got that. Well, if you've ever seen it, horse fencing, it's a white ribbon that they electrify. It's like an inch and a half, 2 inches wide. I'm probably going to use that.
Okay, I've seen that. Back when my dad had his farm, God, I thought we would never finish running barbed wire fence because he'd put 4 strands up.
Yeah.
I hated barbed wire, and then he'd decide, well, I think I'm gonna cut this section off into a smaller piece over here for the calves. Okay, Dad. Whatever.
It ain't the running the wire; it's the putting the post in. That's like time consuming.
Well, the farm was in Horry County, which is where Myrtle Beach is at, and we would cut because he had a surveying company and he had access to all these cedar posts that was being cut down on. When you cut property lines out.
Yeah.
We'd end up going down there and dragging cedar posts out, and then taking them down to the farm to use for fence posts. And that's a lot of work. People that do not farm or has had no connection to farms, just the simplest little thing like that takes a lot of time and a lot of work.
Yeah.
So when you're eating that $12 3-ounce sirloin, just think about those poor suckers that did all that work. Oh, I have a niece and nephew. My niece is a great niece, actually. She's 8, and my great nephew, he's 6. We'll sit. Is it trouble that you push the little button and it pops, and then you move the little cones around, or is that? Yeah, that's trouble.
Is that sorry or trouble?
One of them. And we will play that game. They like to play that game, and we'll sit there, and the boys will play with them too. Oh, over and over and over and over again. And my niece, she'd get teary-eyed if somebody kept sending her back, and I said, her grandfather came up, which is my brother, came over to her and said, Izzy, you just got to be a bitch like your mother, and you got to just kill everybody. And so when she decided to figure out that the part of the game is to send people home and not say sorry, then she got really good at it. Now she's vicious about it. But that's little kids having a good time with old people. But anyhow. So, Kathy, are you about back into the normal day-to-day since you got back from vacation?
No, I'm missing my naps. Nah, I'm getting
You're
getting
self-employed. Take a
there. I
nap.
know. I have somebody that fusses at me every time I take a nap. No, I'm getting there. It's just gonna take a few more days.
Willie, when he takes his lunch hour, y'all go take a nap.
He don't take no lunch hour. They don't allow him no lunch. I was just trying to get back into wanting to list, but I need to. It's starting to drop off now. I put the stinking store on vacation. I started getting more sales when I was on vacation. I'm like, crap, I need to go back on vacation. Then it stopped.
NASCAR Derek said, sorry is a great game for learning. We have a friend that she's a first grade school teacher, and they have like board game Thursdays or something of that or Fridays or whatever. I think it's Fridays, and they play board games that require like counting, that type of thing. And if some of them that says you have to go back, you land on a space and it'll say go back 3 turns or 3 spaces. And but they play a lot. They play a lot of board games so they can learn to really count and not have to sit there and go 1, 2, 3. They're just automatically running through it. But and it keeps them quiet for a little while for her to do their work, her paperwork. Yeah, Marcel's he's a slave driver.
He is. He's rough.
I'm just a slave.
He said he's just a slave. I
Not
make
letting
him
her
work
take a
after
nap.
his full-time job every day.
You're supposed to say, I'm not feeling too well. I'm gonna go lay down for a little bit.
Oh, I do that all the time. Yeah, me and Liz was up there at the mountains at the cabin. We was talking, and Brian, her husband, he loves to take naps too. He's like, yes, a fellow napper, yes. And both of us looked at our spouses going, see, we're not the only ones.
No, you had not met Liz before.
No, just in the chat. I talked, we've talked back and forth.
Right.
And we met up because we shared June 11th is both of our birthdays. So we decided to meet up, and it was fun. We had a good time. We stayed at a cabin up there at Gatlinburg and got to go see all kinds of cool. Got to see Gatlinburg, unlike we wouldn't have done it. You just do the toury thing right downtown. You don't ever go nowhere. But we got to see all kinds of stuff, which was kind of cool. I enjoyed it. We had a good time. Great people, so much fun. So we had a blast. We'll be doing it again. Let's put it that way.
Do they live nearby?
Yeah, they live 30 minutes from Gatlinburg. They're about 4 or 5 hours from us. They're not very far from us. Yeah. So it won't be nothing to take like a road trip up there one weekend or something and just hang out.
Well, it's not like you don't know all about them. You just that physical face-to-face thing, And
yeah.
In Tara's case, that first hug, that.
I'm a hugger no matter what, so I hug you when I first meet you. Sorry.
Tara, we all can all get together. Tara will come out with a stick and she'll just have it swinging around in front of us, saying, "No closer than this right here."
That's my distance. It's that real big long stick she has.
I told you about how I used the hug to my advantage, didn't I?
No.
Did I tell you that story? Okay, so 2 estate sales ago, we had gone to an auction on Saturday, and there's a estate sale down the road for me. So it's Sunday, and she's only open from like 10 to noon. I'm like, well, Jim, let's go check it out. Maybe we'll go find some stuff. So I'm there, and they know I'm moving, and they've been real good to me. Her brother runs the garage part of the estate sale. So I'm buying some stuff from him. I bought these salt and pepper shakers. He's like, you can just have them. And he's like, but you got to give me a hug. I'm like, all right. So he's kind of a big older guy, kind of like built like you, Tom. And he gives me a hug. And I see this lady's looking at this antelope head. So I whisper in his ear, how much for the antelope head? He goes, well, can you do 80? I'm like, eh. He He goes, how about 60? I go, sold. And the lady, she's like, I was just going to buy that antelope hat. I'm like, ew, sorry. Anyway, so I whispered it in his ear while he's, violating my personal space by giving me a hug, but I did get that antelope head.
Hey, as long as it worked in your advantage, is all that matters.
Hey,
I was like,
Carla,
out of it.
she's hoeing out her hug.
Hey, however you gotta work it, right?
Making money off of it, she'll hug you.
Oh man, I did good. That estate sale, and so it opened at 10. I wasn't even there when it opened because me and Jim were doing something else. I'm like, well, let's go check it out. I bought this box of electronics because I needed it had a Call of Duty World War III gaming keyboard on it, but my keyboard I gotten from Brandon and it was all foobar. The buttons were sticking and stuff. So I'm like, well, I'm gonna buy that for that keyboard. Had a Garmin in there. So I'm like, I know the Garmin will do something. So I bought it. I paid like $10. I sold the Garmin for 134 out of there. Bought this set of Civil War coffee cups, and I think I paid like $6 for the set. And I sold those for like $60 plus shipping. There was probably something else. There was some other like smaller stuff in there too. And I still have the antelope head to sell. But I was like, wow. And this is, it was packed in there the day before, she told me. And this is just stuff that people just missed, or didn't key up to. Oh, I bought I got a packet today. It's an RC airplane. I think I paid 10 or $15 for it, and I sold it for 150
Oh wow.
plus shipping. So even if the estate sale is in the last hour, still go check it because a lot of shit sometimes still gets missed.
Mm-hmm. That is true.
Liz.
You see why I love her so much. Hugs ain't free, no matter what Joe Biden thinks.
I was watching this one YouTuber, and he went to, well, it was a husband and wife. They went to an estate sale, and they were walking around, and he just walked over to the person and they had some stuff they really liked, and then most of it was just leftover junky stuff. He walked over to the person that was running. She said, how much would you take for everything that's left? And how long will I have to get it out? And the guy gave him a number, and he said, that's a good number. And he said they were going to be back over, going back and forth from that house for a couple of more days. So, get what he can get now. And then when he comes back over, he'd call him and let him know to get the rest of it. And he said some of the stuff that he found in boxes, because he opened up a storage room that had boxes and boxes of stuff that he didn't know he was buying in the process. He said there was stuff in there that if he was to get everything listed and sell it for the price on eBay, he said that would pay all his living expenses for the income, the upcoming year.
Oh wow.
And he only wanted like about 10 or 20 items, but he thought since it was getting close to closing up the estate sale for the day or for the weekend, he just thought maybe the guy would be in a mood to get rid of it.
Oh yeah, I bought like 2 new in the box. I got like 10 new in the box big mouth Billy basses.
Oh wow, did you?
Yeah, I paid $5 a piece for them, and I just went and bought them all.
Oh wow.
Yeah, the guy, he had this. It was some house. It was in a state. It had 2 houses on it. But when people come up to go fishing, it was on the lake to visit. If you didn't get any good fish, he'd give you a big mouth Billy bass. So he had a big stack of big mouths there.
Cool.
Huh.
And you bought them all, didn't you?
I bought them all.
I would have too.
There's one I missed that was not in the box, but I just didn't want to pay $5 for it because out of the box, they're only doing like 25 or something.
Right.
Yeah.
20, 25.
I'm surprised those suckers are still selling. That's so amazing to me still.
People like those things for some reason. They're the most irritating thing. The novelty runs off after about 5 minutes.
Yeah. Oh, I bought the the Mr. Christmas music box where they have the little dancers inside the music box, and then it has like 10 or 12 discs with it that play different songs. I got that for like $20 at this estate sale. I mean, that's like $100 and a quarter.
Oh wow.
I will honestly, when I move out of here, I don't really like going to estate sales because it's such a herd of cattle people. You know, they're all bumping into you and stuff. I hate that part, but I have done really good on her estate sales. I will kind of miss her estate sale company.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I hate that when you find a good one, it's just like, okay, well now I don't have one.
And I got like a really good relationship with her where she gives me some pretty good deals and stuff. She's been real good to me, you know.
Yeah.
Does she know you're moving?
Yeah. I said I'll probably, because I'll be back and forth through the summer. I said I'll stop by them if I'm in town or whatever. So
Yeah.
Tori needs her a shirt that says "No touchy."
No touching.
What's that from? Emperor's New Groove.
when
No touching.
I did the Shopko clearance, I bought it. It's too big for me. I wear it like a nightshirt. It's got this bear with his front paws like wide open, like he's gonna bear hug you. And it says, "Danger, I'm a hugger." I'll wear that when I come to meet you, Tom. So I'll scare you away.
She'll never wear that shirt out the house.
Like, nope, I'm good.
Probably not.
Poor Tara, if she ever has a midlife crisis and starts hugging everybody, we won't have anything to pick
I've
at
already
her
had
about.
my midlife crisis, Tom. I'm 46. I'm
That's
past
young.
midlife.
You weren't on the. You missed it. You know, the middle age now is 60.
What?
Middle age now is 60.
It's entering old age. That's
All
when
these
shit
people
really
live
starts
to be like
falling apart.
112 and 15 years old now.
That's where they start finding stuff wrong with you when you get in that 60 to 70 age, you know. That's when they start finding shit that's getting ready to break.
Yeah. It's like,
That's when you,
Or you need your
that's
hip
when
replaced.
people
You
go
need
to
your
the
knee
doctor.
replaced. Oh,
yeah.
you got this disease now. You need to have it treated. That's when they start finding that crap.
Oh Lord, I bet you two were a daggum mess when y'all were in Tennessee.
Ooh.
Kathy and Liz.
We were good. Shut up, Marcel. Nobody asked you. I don't think we pushed your button.
It's who pulled your string, Kathy.
What?
Who pulled your string? That's what I tell. That's what I tell my sons. It's like they'll start giving me some lip, and I'm like, "Who pulled your string?"
Did you see what Sherry put? She goes, "Now we know we either have to have sex with her or make a deal during a hug." Well, I would prefer you to sell me something that I can mark up good on eBay. So
Only way. We found your secret. There's a bunch of stuff out that sounds good that you might want to sell.
She'll sell a
you
hug.
gotta give it to me for a good deal. I gotta be able to make a lot of money on it.
Oh Lord.
Coming to bargaining chip. We were so well behaved.
Actually, Gatlin, did you do the roller coaster that goes on the hill, the Gatlinburg roller coaster? I'm trying to get Jim to do that because it like rides right on the ground, but you ride down the mountain or hill or whatever.
The gravity one.
That looks like a good way to get killed.
Are you talking about the gravity one?
No, it looks like a go-kart that rides on rails and you have brakes on it and you can slow it down or go as fast as you want. And then you just go down the hill with it. So I guess would that be gravity? Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like you said. It's like you sitting in a chair by yourself.
Well, you can put your kid in there with you.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
then
I've
you got
seen that. That looks
but
pretty.
then, I think like a year ago, somebody got thrown off and killed, and they got hit a tree. So then Jim's like, "See, I told you that's a good way to get killed." So
They were not. They were doing something to screw around.
You know what I want to go to?
What's
I
that?
want to go to Dollywood. Ain't that up by Gatlinburg?
Yeah.
Pigeon
Yeah,
Forge.
Oh, there, Kathy? Did you go
We
to
didn't go
Dollywood?
there this time, but we're talking about going.
Actually, it looks like fun.
Okay, I know that mountain coaster thing. One of them, I think one of them got messed up in the fires that they had up there. And the other one they had going, but we never did make it to them. We were too busy wine tasting.
Oh.
That was more fun.
Oh Lord.
What we got to learn how to taste wine.
Whiskey? Hey, whoa! Don't you have to drink whiskey when you're in Tennessee?
Well, yeah, some people do, but I'm not a whiskey drinker. I had to behave myself.
And then they have the moonshine tasting place too.
Yeah, that one charges you $5. The moonshine slushies. Well, we didn't get those. We're gonna get those next time. We got the other slushies. We got the cider slushes. Those were actually really good. Yeah, we ran out of time. We need to drink more and more wine. I got to go take a pic. We went and bought some wine from this guy called Big Sexy. I got to take a picture with him, and he wasn't sexy.
Is he a wrestler?
I don't know, but I think he named himself because he wasn't sexy at all.
Who's not sexy?
He's from Texas.
Oh boy.
Everybody from Texas is sexy.
Oh, is that what it is? I didn't see you there, Todd.
Oh.
But he did. He didn't have a goatee, did he? He had some funky hair, and he thought he was OG. I guess I don't know what he thought.
What kind of hair did he have?
What kind of hair?
Yeah, did he have like those dreadlocks, like that guy that does?
Oh no! Let me see if let me see if I can find a picture of him. I'll have to show you.
This guy used to do some backhoe work for my dad. His name was Big Tiny.
Yeah, he named himself Sherry.
And he was
That's
about,
not a very good name, Big Tiny. What the hell's that saying?
I don't know. He's about 5'10" and about 5 feet wide.
Okay, well, obviously there's something tiny. I thought you were gonna tell me he was like 4'2" and weighed 98 pounds, and I was like, wow, gutsy play.
And leave it to Tara to come up with some sexual aspect of it.
If somebody calls himself Big Tiny, who isn't thinking a sexual aspect of that name?
There's
Anyway,
sexy.
sorry.
There he is.
Oh. Okay.
Wait a minute. Let me lock.
Well, he is tall.
Yeah, he's very, very tall. That was big.
Feet on it. Look how big his damn feet are.
I know. And look how tiny I look. It's like,
I know. You look like a little kid.
With my wine bottle.
I was going to say, what you got in the bag?
Wine. It was Liz's wine, but I took a picture with him. He was funny. Let me stop sharing.
What's that hand signal he's giving? What does that mean?
I don't know.
Well, I know what that. I think I know what that means.
That's a hillbilly gang sign.
I don't know what that sign was. You know what that
Okay, because that looks like the shocker to me.
You're east or west coast. I think that's the east coast because you should have been doing this if it was west coast. So
I don't know. I don't know these signs.
There's something for you to go Google.
Yeah, really. Yeah, he had boobs. His boobs were bigger than mine, Sherry.
Oh boy.
I know Marcel's gonna ask if he needed a date. Yeah, he was throwing the big sexy gang sign.
Sexy gang sign.
He was funny though.
Oh boy.
I guess he
When
was
is the meetup supposed to be out in like Nashville or wherever it's supposed to be at? Is it August?
What is
Oh
it?
yeah, it's like the last weekend of August.
That was Big Sexy and me, Joanna, down in Gatlinburg.
Big sexy.
Yeah, what do you know about the shocker sign, Tara?
I know what it is. I'm not going
I
to say
never-
it on live YouTube because I think it would be inappropriate on Tom's channel.
Uh-oh. Let me see.
You go look up the shocker and see if it gives you a definition.
Shocker hand gesture. Also, oh, well, alrighty then. Yeah, don't say that there.
Yeah, it looked like he was doing that there. So I was going to more like say, what were you doing in Gatlinburg, Kathy?
Uh-uh. No, his thumb wasn't out all the way around his his hand.
It doesn't have anything to do with your thumb.
Oh boy, here it goes.
It's not. We'll leave it at that, Hank.
It has nothing to do with football, I'm just saying. Oh my God, there is a bar up here. It used to be Angry Dave's, and now they got bought out, and it's called Shockers. I'm like, what the hell kind of bar name is that? Shockers, anyway.
Ooh, that would be great. Oh my God, that's horrible, Tara. Now I looked that up. Damn.
Charlotte has some of the craziest bars. They have bars that's called like Feelings and Stool.
Well, I can tell you, if I see a sign at a bar that says Feelings, I'm definitely staying away from that bar. Sounds like you got a lot of ferns and I don't know what. People talking about how they feel about stuff. No way.
They're like one-word names.
Oh my God. My friend has this guy she's been sort of seeing. Anyway, she goes, yeah, we bicker about stuff or whatever. And she says, well, he's told me we have a communication barrier. And I said to her, if anybody ever said to me that I was dating that we had a communication barrier, I would break up with him just because he said that word.
I'm done with you.
Sad people we are.
Who? Us?
So y'all going to have your show tomorrow night? Is it still
Yes.
on go?
Yeah, he's got everything ready. I think he's.
Shit ready.
You're a liar. He has everything ready. Better get it ready.
Oh boy. A lot to talk about.
Yeah, I know, right? It's like, oh Lord.
Ivanka is in Charlotte today.
Oh, is she?
Yeah, she's at the Siemens plant, I believe it is.
She better
be
careful there.
The whole statement after that.
You better be careful there. That's how a girl gets in trouble.
Especially if it's Jim involved in it. Apart from what I hear on the street.
I heard that Trump did he speak in Orlando yesterday or is it today? People lined up to get in there for 40 hours ahead of the speech.
Yeah, it's today, and they asked for to add additional 2,000 people or more to come into the.
I mean, can you imagine that? Like they're in Orlando waiting in line 40 hours before he comes into town. I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah, they're all lined up, ready to go.
Yeah.
But anyway, they're having I think they're doing an expansion at this plant, and which means they're going to be hiring a bunch of new employees, and which is going to be really cool because our city council is all Democrats. I think we have one Republican on it, and so her being there with all those Democrats is probably going to be kind of a stressful situation.
Oh, do you say the Democrats don't like Siemens?
No, Ivanka. Because her last name's Trump. Or was Trump.
They don't have sex or anything. They're
just going to have to take that expansion and like it.
Well, back when the RNC was looking for a place to hold their convention and Charlotte got into the running, the city council was not enthralled about having it in Charlotte because of all the issues that could come about. And one of the leading Democrats in the city told them that if they didn't support it coming to Charlotte, then they needed to resign their position immediately.
Oh boy.
Because he's like, we know what kind of money the DNC spent when they were here. Because there'll be people just coming to Charlotte and not making it inside the building just to hope to see the president or just to see the vibe of what's going on up here.
Yeah, the DNC convention is in Milwaukee, Wisconsin this year.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I think they're trying to, because Wisconsin went, Trump, it went red in the election. So, they're making sure they're bringing the convention up here to Wisconsin.
But they don't. They're running out. They're not
from what I read in the paper, they're not getting enough money, to pay for it so far. Which they didn't make enough money in Charlotte to pay for it. Duke
Oh, up in
Energy gave them
Milwaukee,
$10
you're talking
million.
about? Are you talking about Milwaukee? They're not making enough.
Yeah,
Oh,
I heard that they hadn't accumulated enough money to pay for it yet.
yeah, I don't know.
But anyway, they're expecting it. Of course, there's going to be a shitload of people coming here because the Donald is going to be here, so everybody's going to have their little signs up.
Mm-hmm.
He's like a rock star. I mean, I've been to the things. I've been to 2 of them. I mean, it's like it's like a rock star event.
I told Roberta we need to go ahead and win the lottery so I can go out and buy about 5 dozen $500 cars that would pass inspection and have every one of them wrapped Trump 2020. So all they did was just drive around that block where the convention center is.
Oh God.
Just to drive the protesters crazy.
Oh yeah.
She says, "Well, if we win the $150 million, I'm sure I'll let you have the money to go buy you $2,500 cars and put insurance on them and have them wrapped."
Have them wrapped and set up. Yeah, Tom got him a plan.
So a strange thing just happened at the post office.
Uh-oh.
They were efficient.
I hate you, Tom.
He's so calm about it too.
I had a buyer return a VCR DVD player, which is fine. But they sent me in 2 separate boxes.
What?
They sent me 2 VCR DVD players in 2 different boxes.
Did you only sell one of them?
Yes.
Oh, interesting.
Well, that's fine. Oh, so you got one for free?
Got a little bonus.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Well, maybe you get 2 grills.
Oh, I just got a message from that guy. He's going to send it to me tomorrow or the next day.
Is it a grill part?
What?
Is it a grill part?
No, it's a grill.
You bought a whole grill on eBay?
Yeah.
Would you get like a little wimpy little one?
Yeah, it's a 2-burner. It's little. That's all I need.
Was it like fold up like a little toy one?
No, it's got little wheels and stand and everything.
Okay, just checking.
It's coming from China, though, Tara.
Oh, boy.
He drop shipping that sucker.
It must not be now. He sent me a message just a little while ago saying it should be there on Wednesday or Thursday.
I had somebody return something too last week. You know those ice therapy machines? It looks like a cooler, and then you have like the thing that goes on your leg or whatever. So he was past the date for returning it on eBay by because he bought it like, I don't know, a while ago, 80 days ago or something. So, but on PayPal, you have 90 days to return it. So he initiated the return through PayPal. So he took it back. And the reason he stated for returning it is because he found out you're not allowed to sell these on eBay. Anyway.
Oh my God.
And if you look at his store, this one was complete, but he has like all parts for him and stuff like that. So I don't know if he was trying to do a little bit of online arbitrage.
Oh my God.
Which is true on these ice therapy things. You're not supposed to sell them. So I had listed it and just put a decent buy it now on it and I sold it like the next day or whatever. Anyway, jerk returned it.
I sold. It's been probably 6 months ago. I sold this gadget. So people received it
and they didn't like it for some reason. So they opened up a return from the Dominican Republic.
Oh, there
What?
go GSP.
No, I shipped it to Florida,
Oh, okay.
and they approved the return, and then I sent them an email saying, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa." I sent one. I copied eBay and them on it, saying I did not ship it to the Dominican Republic. I shipped it to Florida, and eBay told the buyer that they had to get it back to the point that I shipped it to before they would, approve the return.
Yeah.
So, if that makes any sense at all.
Hmm.
So, I guess either somebody was in Miami that was going to the Dominican Republic and they were going to drop it off, or one of those reshippers or whatnot.
Wow, these two packages that have the DVD VCR players have the same tracking number on each label.
Huh. Were they? I wonder if they were kept in a room with another one and they reproduced.
They had babies, and you got
Somebody messed
it
up
was
is what
pregnant.
somebody did.
Maybe it reproduced.
Todd, you didn't buy 2 for 1, did you?
I just,
I wouldn't even know what to say to him, or if I would say anything. Look, does it work?
Okay, wait. Is it the same brand or different brands?
they're both Sony. Let me look at the model numbers. Let's see. D370.
No, make sure there's one a VCR in each box now.
They're the exact same model.
Oh boy.
And did he say that one that he was sending back didn't work?
Yeah, it said it wouldn't read disc. They probably put in a regular. You have to use a DVD disc.
Right.
They probably just put in a regular blank disc, like for recording.
I say maybe he was sending you one to show you how it works, and the other one doesn't work. So
What?
Are you going to contact him and say, "Why did I get 2 back?"
Hell no. I wouldn't. I'm kidding.
I'd make him have to pay to ship that sucker back to him.
Yeah, he would have to, or wherever it's supposed to go.
Why didn't you just go to your local Walmart and buy you a VCR player?
Well, it's a VCR combo.
Yeah, they like those combos.
Well, it's probably is the one that records DVDs. That's the thing. Those do better. Where it's a VHS and then it has a DVD player recorder.
Well, I wonder if he ain't returning 2 of them and saying both of them might work. Like he was supposed to send it to someone else, but he accidentally put the same label on. He printed out the same label twice, thinking he was returning 2 different.
I wonder if he sells them, if he's trying to do like an online arbitrage thing. Because I mean, usually, like, would one person just buy multiple units of the same thing like that? I don't know.
Not normally, I wouldn't think.
He must be a reseller, but.
Well, go look in his store and see what he sells.
My question is, why, when he dropped them off at the post office, and the post office scans them in, why would the post office accept 2 packages with the same label on them?
Maybe it just didn't get caught.
Yeah.
You think that would be automated, though.
Maybe he had 2 people. He went and returned it for you, and then someone else that he has work for him did the same thing.
Could have.
But how could they print out the same label?
Look at your packing. They should have a packing thing in there inside the box. A lot of them will send back the packing that they print out from eBay.
No,
look at those packing slips and see if they have both your names on it, if it's 2 different people.
No packing slips.
Oh, he sucks. Yeah, he's a reseller.
Unless it's behind the label.
Yeah, it could be behind the label.
Yeah, probably isn't.
I'm confused. Oh well.
Okay, you want to drink water?
I'm just wonder. You only sold him one, didn't you?
Yeah. Okay. There, yeah. On the back of the label is the packing slip, and it says.
Now, did he pay for shipping back to you, or did you pay for the shipping back?
Oh, I'm sure I paid for the shipping.
And check, like Liz says, hopefully eBay didn't charge your account twice. You might want to look at that just to make sure.
I don't even know where to go to check that. Yeah, it's the same eBay return ID. I think
They're both the same?
I think they just sent me somebody else's DVD player.
Well, make sure they both work and
Sell the other.
But isn't that true? If you're going to record a DVD, you have to have DVD discs.
Yes.
yeah, and they have to be certain ones that can record because I know like, the first ones they had out, you couldn't record with them. I think.
Was
Yeah.
it plus and minus? There were DVD. Was it DVD or was it CD that were plus minus?
Yeah, this. I forget, but I know there were two different kinds, and I think that was it. There was the ones for the CDs and the DVDs, and then like if you recorded something and then tried to use it on your own system, some of them, the earlier ones, it wouldn't work on them.
Yeah,
Oh, let's see here.
Yeah,
So
they
you
could be a chronic returner and messed up. That's
You
I
have
was
to have this kind, right? DVD
Yeah, R.
plus
DVD
R.
R, yeah.
yeah. That's what they're supposed to use now.
But see, it used to be there was the R minus and the R plus.
Yeah, they could harvest parts.
Ooh.
Is it Ivan? Person Ivan?
What?
Is that who that is? You need to come over to tomorrow's show, honey. What time we doing at 7 o'clock? We can talk all kinds of politics there, baby.
Yes, that's a pure politics show.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if you want to talk about socialism and all that stuff, come on over there tomorrow. It's this MF for Productions up there. Click on it and go to the channel.
If you want to throw, well, you don't haven't created a link yet because you haven't
No.
set the channel up yet. Yeah, check it. Hit that M.
There.
Do it again. There. Yeah. Subscribe to that channel so you'll get the alert tomorrow when they go live. Come over there. We'd love to have you.
Yeah, we would. We'll talk. We can talk all about this tomorrow, I'm sure.
Sure.
That's the politics show. This is just supposed to be a reseller one, but as you can tell, we talk about everything under
Yeah,
the
we talk about everything.
Didn't I read a book about a guy who got imprisoned in Siberia that was named Ivan Denisovich?
That name sounds familiar.
So maybe Ivan has named himself after that guy in that novel.
Ooh.
Oh,
I know, Ivan. I was just saying that if you want to talk about it, for sure, come on. I was just seeing that you were writing some stuff in there. I wasn't saying anything. But if you like talking about politics, because it seems like you do, just come on over and visit, because we'll love to have you in there.
yeah. It's just a big friendly discussion about politics. Nobody takes it personal because we all believe in freedom of speech.
Yeah. I was just saying if you want to talk, because it's a lot more in there and a lot more in the chat, and I was just trying to say, come on over.
Yeah. Thank you, Kathy. wasn't paying attention. There's about 4 different types of DVD drive. I mean, there's DVD R plus, there's DVD R minus, there's DVD R plus and minus, then there's the DVD RW plus minus. So if he didn't have the right disc in it, it probably did not try to write. And whatever they were trying to write, if they were trying to put a big file on it, a lot of them will, they kind of like scan the disk and say it's, 2.7 megabytes or whatever, and the file's bigger, it'll error out. So I'm just curious how the hell they had 2 of them of the same kind and they sent them both back to Todd.
That's just wild. That messed up.
Todd,
Like that.
Todd, I know it's you and not me, but I, for just the hell of it, would say, "Hey, dude, I got 2 of these back. What's the story?" Just to find out, because inquiring minds want to know.
Yeah, we're gonna know what want to happen. I want to know.
Yeah, I've had some weird things lately. Being a eBay seller and buyer, having a
And Todd, you ought to take it down there, but take those 2 shipping labels back down there and say,
yeah.
"What's up?"
Take it to my post office and say, "What?"
You better make sure that they didn't double charge you like he took both of them down there and they're under the same label, but they're 2 different packages and they didn't charge you for like twice the daggum weight on it. If that makes sense.
A different label, wouldn't it?
No, not necessarily.
Oh,
I know UPS. I'll get like box 1 of 3, or
Well,
2 of 3, or whatever. I don't know about.
Where do I go to check where the label is?
Go to USPS
Oh, I gotta go to USPS.
and check the tracking on it.
Don't give me the line to you. I don't know.
Okay, track a pack. Track a pack.
What can I say? Leave it to Todd to come up with something like this. And Bridget's not on here to bust his chops about it.
I didn't do it. Somebody else did it to me.
It just it's something that always comes up with you. And it has nothing to do about your end of the deal or the transaction,
Yeah.
She's probably lurking, listening.
I've had a lot of weird things happen. Okay. All it says is delivery. Let's see. What else would it be under? Product information?
Does it have a tracking number on it? Check the tracking and see what it says and see how many deliveries comes up on it.
It just says delivered.
Under the tracking number? Do both have the same tracking number?
Rosedale, Maryland. What the hell? Why would a package coming from Lafayette, Colorado go through Rosedale, Maryland?
I don't know. Unless it got shipped the wrong direction.
That unusual as well.
Yeah.
I wish Nikki was on here today because I was going to tell her that at the one of the post offices in town, they have a sign that says "Do not drop off UPS packages at this location."
Oh yeah. Her
Is
thing is smart post. Yeah.
is,
They got
is
it
she
at
the one
mine
that
too.
says? Is she the one that says "Don't drop it off there"?
Yeah, smart post.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Smart post, the FedEx is its first handler, and they only do the post office for like they call it the last mile. You know.
Right.
Yeah.
They have it. They have a cart, a drop-off cart for pre-labeled at mine too. And I noticed they had a sign on it too. I just tell the post office, you're going to take my FedEx packages and like it.
That's right. Dang it.
I pay taxes. You need to take care of this one.
You're gonna get it anyway. Know what your problem is.
You work for me. I'm a taxpayer.
Yeah, Todd, this is a little bit funny. You might need to start making some phone calls.
Yeah.
Look at it as a gift from God and just see what happens. Somebody
Exactly.
and see what happens.
That's what Marcel goes. Does both of them work? Sell them both.
Yeah,
Damn shame about your screw up, dude. Sorry.
Because you're going to hear something, because if he's returning another one, the other person's going to be like, yeah, it never came.
Yeah. I mean, because if he wants you to send it to the other customer, he's going to have to pay for that and send you a label.
but
I mean,
the other seller for the other one is going to have it shown delivered.
Yep. That's true.
Yeah, no, not if they're the same tracking number, though.
Are they the same tracking number?
They are the exact same track number.
Yeah, then it won't show up, will it?
I wonder if he printed out, like somebody said earlier, he was thinking he was printing out two different labels and he printed out the same label.
I just don't. I'm the same way. It's like, how do they scan it? Because if you scan it once and show it delivered or where it's going, it shouldn't scan again. It should something should pop up that says that it was already scanned. That's what mine used to do whenever, like, when I ran mail, I would accidentally scan it twice and it would say it already scanned. Like, no, well, no, duh, dummy, you just push the button, ding dong. So it's my fault to push the button, but
And the tracking, when you looked at the tracking information, it only just showed one package, or it didn't really say.
It just says delivered.
Yeah, Sherry. Why is he returning two of them at the same time? You know, and both of them didn't work. Something don't sound right. You better make sure your parts are still inside that freaking thing. Open it up and check it. I know. It's Todd.
Well, you know,
before I sell them again.
Dusty, the Alabama picker, he got out of selling electronics because of user installation, because people just couldn't set shit up, you know?
I will say, like, electronics, if I looked at all my categories, and not that I get a ton of returns, electronics would be my highest.
Yeah.
They are a point of you get more returns in that category. It seems to us.
True that.
That is true.
I mean, compared to, like, not that I sell a lot of clothing, I mean, there's a lot of bigger clothing sellers. I mean, compared to clothing, I mean, clothing is a breeze. I hardly ever get a return on clothing, but electronics are a little more finicky.
Again,
That's two of them.
two of them.
I think that should be all of them.
I found
Oh,
in a bag a bunch of kids' jackets. What size jacket does Brandon wear?
He would be like a size, whatever their extra large size.
Like
16.
10, 12?
No. He's big. He's almost as tall as me.
Oh, okay. Okay, then that wouldn't work then.
Yeah, he would be in a child size. He's in that 16 to 18. And actually, to tell you the
Okay.
truth, like blue jeans, I'm starting just to get them like men's size, like 30, 28, 30s. So yeah, he's a big kid.
Okay, because I had found some kids' jackets in a bag in the living room earlier.
I thought you told me we ain't gonna need jackets no more.
This is not a jacket.
What the
Jacket.
hell?
This is like a spring coat to you.
Yeah, I moved south. You said I wasn't gonna need a jacket anymore.
Well, I hope you don't. And watch them have one of these freak winter storms where they have snow on the ground for 10 days.
Yeah. It's all your fault, Tom.
It'll be my fault.
No.
Yeah. They get them down there because, like, I had a friend that moved down there like 3 years ago, and about 2 months after she moved there, they got dumped on with like 12 or 14 inches of snow. Now
Yeah.
it was melted 4 or 5 days later, but yeah.
Yeah, it'll be a different type of snow for you up there.
Did you say they were snowbound?
Huh?
Did you say she was snowbound?
No, I said she moved from up here, and they got like this freak snowstorm. It was like 12 or 14 inches of
Okay.
snow. I said, and it melted like 4 or 5 days later, but
Right. Well, you know, up where y'all live at, that's nothing.
yeah, that's like inconvenience when you go to work.
Like that thing that I think it was Nikki posted about the weather going to have severe Arctic weather. That means Southerners stay at home. Northerners put your big coat on.
Yeah. I ain't gonna miss that.
No, it'll be totally different.
Yeah, I mean, you ain't lived till you live through like 32 below, but I don't need to do it anymore.
No, I've lived just fine with not having 32 below zero. Do I have an amen, Kathy?
Amen, brother. Yes. Hallelujah.
That's how you're really, really living is when you can live through 32 below zero.
Yeah, I ain't trying it.
I've lived 62 years without, or almost 62 years, without having 32 below zero temperatures. I think I can manage to get by the rest of my life. Believe me, that will not be the one thing that I think of when I get to heaven going, damn, I didn't get to live through minus 32 degree weather. How about you, Kathy? Is that going to be on your mind?
That is not on my bucket list to do at all. I'm good.
Oh boy.
Now, honestly, I would like to go to some place like, well,
Uh-uh.
since we know Nikki in Duluth, and they get cold weather, lots of snow. I would like to go up there for like a weekend.
Nope.
Just experience all the snow and the snow falling and the weather and stuff like that. And then get on my jet and fly home, or get in a jet and come
Your
home.
ass will be stowed in and stuck there because it'll become a
If
blizzard.
you're gonna go to Duluth, because actually it is a really pretty city to go see, go in the summer because you can like ride the train on up north. They got the train museum, they got all the shipping museums. You can do stuff on the Great Lakes. I mean, in the summer, there's a lot of stuff you could do up there that would be fun as a tourist.
Yeah.
I saw one of the people I'm subscribed to is a drone flyer, and he had a video flying over Duluth. Now it was during the winter, but it's really a pretty town.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Now the snow might have been blocking all of the debris and homeless people, but
They were very.
but from the air, it's a really pretty town.
Yeah.
Lindsay says she's Canadian and she's seen negative 45. Like, what? No, I'll just live through y'all. I'm good. Y'all can have it. Yeah, 32 above zero stresses me out too.
32 above zero. I mean, yeah, you could go out with a hoodie sweatshirt on in that kind of weather.
Nuh-uh. I'm gonna park out. What you talking about?
Hey, Lindsay, I didn't see you come in. Do you still live in Canada? Do you still live in Canada?
Yeah, well, yeah, Tom's gonna end up somewhere when a nursing home when he gets older. Bitching about the cold weather.
Yeah.
My brother-in-law's Canadian. I've asked him, "Are you planning to go back to Canada when you
Hell
retire?"
no.
He's like, "Hell no, it's too cold up there."
Man,
And he lives not maybe an hour north of Detroit, inside the like once you cross, they go to Detroit to get into Canada, and once they cross the Canadian border, they're about an hour away.
mm-mm.
So I don't know whether that's really cold
Well, that's
there
like
or not, but
that
it
would
just
be
lets know
south of me because if you cross at Detroit into Windsor, I mean that'd be like south. I think I'm farther north than that.
Mm-mm. I can't even. I learned to like the cold, much less love it. Nope.
Well, I don't love it, but I mean, yeah, you go outside when it's like 20, 25, 30 below. I mean, your hair will be all gray. It'll frost up from your breath coming out of your mouth or
Oh, God.
nose. And your eyeballs kind of start getting like that sticky feeling, I think, because of like your eyelashes are freezing and probably that liquid on your eyes is freezing a little.
Oh yeah, no.
have you seen? I can't remember the name of the movie, but it's like there's this super Arctic frost. I mean,
Yeah.
storm hit.
And they're like in New York and everything's like instantly freezing. They're like in the museum
Right.
or whatever, or the library. It's kind of lame.
Right.
First, they're being attacked by wolves because the animals all get out of the zoo, but then they're going to have this super drop in temperature. So it's like New York City's flooded, but now everything's freezing, and they're like held up in the library, and they're going to like burn these like really like unique works of literature. And they're like, why don't we just burn the tax code? It had,
if you've never,
it had that Quaid guy was in it. Dennis Quaid was in
Dennis
it.
Quaid,
Like
yeah.
dad, yeah. I forgot the name of it. And then they're all in Mexico, and it's snowing in Mexico because the U.S.
people are
is like,
storming the border, getting back into Mexico, and the
Yeah.
president of Mexico has closed the border so Americans can't come down. And the day after tomorrow.
Yeah,
that's
that's
right,
it.
Lindsay. That's
Yeah.
it. If you haven't watched it, watch it.
Oh, I've seen that.
It's really, it's a little far-fetched, but it's one of those movies that you really think about, with this global warming stuff going on here. If that crap happened to happen, there'd be a lot of people headed south.
You know what's really interesting to think about, because there was a mini ice age in America, like when George Washington crossed the Potomac, remember, it froze over. You don't really have that kind of weather down there in Virginia now, but if you think back during the Revolutionary War, the winter in, like, let's say the Virginia, Potomac area was a lot different than what it is now.
Because of global warming.
Oh, is that it? Shit, I need some of that global warming up here. It was still 32 below.
I would say, yeah, y'all need some global warming up there, dang it.
But it's what these Arctic blast, whatever they call them, these Arctic whatever, that hit, that it goes like through South Dakota, it loops down and then comes back up through Duluth and then through Canada, and then it comes back down through New York and exits through Virginia, whatever they call that stream. It's really freaky how the weather really works, how it can confine itself to a certain area, which I know it's all the highs and lows and all that kind of mess, but it's still fascinating how it works like that. I just don't. Tara's on freaker crap out when they start shutting down schools and stuff like that.
I don't love it. We never get snow. We hardly ever get snow days here. I want like a good old fashioned snow day. Like, guess what? We ain't driving nowhere. I haven't had that in years. Like, oh my God, there's snow. We can't go anywhere.
There is not enough snow on the ground to make a snowball, and they close the schools down here.
I'm taking 2 snowmobiles with me. My family bought them brand new. They're a 72 and a 73 Arctic Cat. And I said, I couldn't part with them. So I kept those two. And I'm like, when the first snow day is, I'm going to start those two things up. And those neighbors are going to think, what in the hell are those things?
If Kentucky has or not. They get some snow, but it's nothing like here. We get a
I
dusting.
did get some snow there. Like, I think, well, Jim was going down there more through the winter. I mean, I think 4 times he showed up and there'd be like 3, 4, 5 inches of snow on the ground.
Yeah.
Now it would melt very quick, but it would be there for a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, they close at the fall of the snow. I kid y'all not. There's a school area around us that if they talk about snow today, they're gonna say there's gonna be snow next week. They've already had plans. They've done shut down the school for next week, whether it's here or not or whatever. The school's closed down. They don't give a shit.
They shut it down if there's going to be ice.
Yeah. They don't care. They don't want it out. I don't blame them. I wouldn't either, though.
Well, they don't really have the equipment for removing it or salting and sanding the roads and stuff.
Yeah, we don't have all that stuff as far as.
Is Arctic Cat still around?
Who?
Arctic Cat.
The snowmobile, yeah. They make 4-wheelers too.
Don't they? Arctic Cat makes the big
like UTVs.
Don't they? Like they snowplow runways and ski slopes and stuff like that.
Not that I know. I've only ever seen their snowmobiles and 4-wheelers. They used to make jet skis for a while too, but I don't think they make those anymore.
You go to the post office for me?
Yeah, I need to.
They used to make a lawnmower too, but they don't make that anymore either.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not.
We had somebody here. Honestly, if you mess around with vintage lawnmowers, there's a pretty good collector market for vintage lawnmowers. So this guy come here to pick something up. I wasn't here, and he's like, Jim's like, yeah. The guy's like, you got any old lawnmowers? Like let's say Arctic Cat grass cats or something like that. And Jim's like, oh yeah, like if Tara had an Arctic Cat grass cat, like she'd sell it.
Like forget that. No.
No, I probably would not. I'm changing a lot.
Back in my early days, I had a business hero named Erwin Jacobs, which is from y'all's neck of the woods, I believe.
What is it?
Erwin Jacobs. He was a investor, entrepreneur, really wealthy. Graduated from the University of Minnesota. He died in Colorado, Minnesota. Anyway, he bought. What was the company that he bought? A company that made the snowmobiles, and then he started adding jet skis or something like that to it. Yeah, in a biography I read, one of his, when he was young, he bought a bunch of snow ski blanks at a public auction, and let's just say he bought 500 for $500. And on the courthouse steps, he started selling, or at the place where they had the auction, he started selling them for like $27 a piece.
Well, back in like the 60s and 70s, I mean, you had so many small snowmobile manufacturers. There was something like, I don't know, 100 brands of snowmobile. And now it's all the way cut down to, you got Skidoo, Yamaha, Arctic Cat, and Polaris.
Well, he owned Watkins Company too. Cool. Anyway, I was trying to remember what the name of the. He would buy companies and he would liquidate them if he could turn them around.
Yeah.
Anyway, like I said, I just thought he was. Oh, his biography was interesting, but I don't see it. Anyway, Genmar Holdings, that ring a bell? They made snowmobiles.
No, I don't know.
You're
He
from,
wasn't involved with Rupp, was he?
huh?
He wasn't involved with Rupp.
I don't remember. I don't, and I've already closed it on my.
I'd have to look it up.
You're from Minnesota. You're supposed to know everything from Minnesota.
I'm from Wisconsin.
Wisconsin. Sorry.
Yeah, there's a big difference between the two of us.
They're all the same unless you get over to where Carol lives and then you start packing cats.
From Wisconsin.
I'm from Wisconsin. Minnesota people are completely different. They're like the ones from Fargo that go, "Oh, you betcha! Oh, yeah."
Don't you know? Nikki is from Wisconsin.
No, she's
I mean,
well, she's
Minnesota.
from Wisconsin, but she's from Minnesota.
I'm
She
sorry.
definitely has the Minnesota accent.
I love. See, you won't have too much of a problem down there with people going, "Where the hell are you from?" But if Carol was to move down there,
I have a friend that moved down. I have a friend that moved. I have two friends that moved down close in the area I'm moving to. And she's like, yeah, when I first moved down here, they were like, are you from like Boston or something with that accent? Anyway. Sometimes, I'm just going to say this. Like when we first there, they kind of like, what? Excuse me? Like they can't understand you. But I noticed like if Jim wears an NRA hat or a Trump hat, they understand him a lot better.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was 12:23.
That's 11:23.
Not in my little world, it's not. It's 12:23. Anyway, so I'm going to close this out. I know all this enlightened conversation has just made y'all stay and y'all done so much today. I'm glad y'all came in here.
I was like, this is enough of this nonsense. I
got work now.
It's all about Eastern time. That's right, Margaret.
No, Central.
I'm glad y'all all came in and visited with us today. I appreciate it. I don't know. I actually kind of thought Sally might do the show today because she was off today and tomorrow. I mean, yesterday and today, but I guess she's enjoying her time off.
She had a doctor's appointment.
Oh, did she?
Yeah.
So I don't know whether she'll do it tomorrow. If not, I'll be here. Just
okay.
Try to keep it going.
Gotta keep it going.
Oh, Debbie's all. She's got it all hooked up now. She can.
Yep, I got it hooked up.
You want to do it tomorrow, Deb?
What's not? No, I don't know because I might have to go out and do laundry and other errand run things. Mom is off.
Uh-oh.
Well, your wash machine should be thawed out now if you had it out on your back porch. You know, like,
yeah, you could just sit on the couch out there while you do the laundry.
That's right. Get it all done at one time and still be comfortable too.
And you know, if you got enough drop cords and cable cords, you can have your TV out there too. Because I've seen that. Believe me.
Yeah, that's not the problem. It was a little deeper than that.
You have to have a tube TV with one of those converter boxes on it.
Yeah.
Hey, why are you making fun of that? That's what we watch.
Well, you know, like I said before, the boss lady works for the cable company, so we get all that kind of stuff free. If we didn't, if she didn't get all, you know, like all the cables crap for free as part of her, not for free, it's part of her compensation package, we wouldn't have any of it because there's just nothing to watch.
No.
Not to justify the money that you spend. Especially when you're paying like $8.50 for ESPN. And when was the last time we watched ESPN around here?
Nope.
Never. Because the only sports that's watched around here is like the world, like the FIFA.
worlds and that kind of stuff. And then
You
that's
watch
always on a
soccer,
different
Tom?
channel.
You watch soccer?
Yes, we do.
Are you American?
Yes, I am. My boys love it, and they all pull for different teams.
Oh gosh.
Are you
No,
sure you
if
ain't from like Europe or something?
If I had like $2 billion, so I could truly afford it, and not have to beg for tax breaks and everything from my city, I would put together a five FIFA quality soccer team.
Oh boy.
Yeah, baby.
I'm starting
That's
to wonder about you, Tom.
that's
Next
the
thing you know,
money.
you're gonna tell me you were playing Ricket or something.
You mean cricket?
Yeah.
Ricket. Ricket's what you get when you're at sea for so long and you don't have enough vitamin C.
I was saying that's some kind of disease or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not sure Tom don't have some kind of disease if he's sitting around watching soccer.
He's talking about
like
soccer
soccer.
stuff. Like, what are you talking about? That's
I-
what really come out
That's
of your
for the
mouth.
soccer fans out there in the world.
And what kills me is that these soccer players that they'll get because they're running around and slamming it, bumping into each other, and one will go tumbling, and the other one's immediately holding his hands up like, "I didn't do nothing. I didn't do nothing."
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
When Jim was in college, they had a rugby team, and he tried to play rugby because you could drink for free at this bar if you were on the rugby team, and they let him and he played, but they finally said you could still like drink for free at the bar and stuff, but why didn't you not play? Because you're too small, you're gonna hurt yourself.
Oh,
He dislocated one of his fingers, like his little finger, so bad. He goes, I dislocated it, but it like shoved my finger bone down alongside his palm, and they had to like yank it out.
oh wow.
You could have got away without saying that. Ooh.
Okay, well, there's a good ending to the show.
Now, here's a good here is a good ending to the show for the ladies. My wife likes Aussie rules football because you've got these big strapping men in them little tiny shorts running around throwing that ball around.
What kind of football is this?
It's Aussie rules football.
Oh, Jim
They
watches
don't wear all the
lingerie.
pads. They're not big girls like our guys are that wear all the padding. They're just like they're in a t-shirt and a pair of shorts and a cup.
It must be like rugby kind of. Jim
Yeah.
watches lingerie football, and those girls are tough. I mean, they are really hitting hard, but they have like shoulder pads and some pads on. But I mean, they must be bruised to bang because they got a lot of bare skin showing.
You know what?
Roller derby.
Back in the day, my best friend and I, we were trying to get the money together to bring a lingerie football team to Charlotte.
Oh God.
Really?
Yep. Because there's some good money in that.
It's kind of like arena football, but with women in lingerie.
Well, that's exactly what it was.
It's not like real lingerie. I mean, they're wearing like boy cut underwear and like a bra top. It ain't like they're out there in their Victoria's Secrets with lace thongs on or something. But
Well, in the beginning, they started out there in heels.
hanging off of them.
what'd you say, Todd?
Those great big angel wings hanging off of them.
Yeah, they're gonna need the way those girls hit. They're gonna need those angel wings to fly their way to heaven. Jesus Christ! I mean,
That's right.
I mean, go watch the highlights on YouTube. I mean, they are hitting.
Well, listen, guys and gals, y'all have a great day. Look for somebody tomorrow. We appreciate you coming in. We appreciate you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.